Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president.
Good Good evening, and welcome to one of the most anticipated games of the season so far. Tonight we are in the Wolf Den at Desert Mountain High School as they take on their rivals, the Chaparral Firebirds, in the Battle of Shea Boulevard. I'm Parker Garash, along with my color analyst, Sebastian Mondaka. Good to be with you again. It's been a week off. The roles were switched last time we were together. How excited are you for tonight's rivalry game?
Well, as you can already tell, I am sweating. I've been running I've been one of the athletes today. I've been running all over the field trying to get in contact with both head coaches, Coach Niesensen for Chaparral High School and Coach Hamilton. I got to talk with both of them. However, with Coach Hamilton, I was unable to get the interview due to him being more with the team, which is totally understandable. And good luck to him today. And more to what you said, Parker, it's going to be a great game today.
Chaparral kicks off the ball into the end zone, putting DM around the 20-yard line. You've called the first two games of the Wolves. What have you seen from them so far that stood out to you through these first couple of weeks of the 2023 season?
Well, there's one thing that everyone says, defense wins championships, and that's what I've been seeing these last 2 weeks against Verrado High School and last week against Sunrise Mountain. amazing games between the defense for Desert Mountain. However, last week was a bit shaky. They did win 31-7. They won outright. However, more than 20 penalties occurred in that game alone, and Coach Hamilton was not happy about that.
Yeah, Desert Mountain in the black for tonight. Chaparral in the white. McDonough's going to back up. He's looking downfield. He's looking at Dylan Tapley. And just over the head of the Chaparral defender right there. Was about to ask you another question about this. Tapley to McDonough, McDonough to Tapley has been kind of the connection that's really worked so far throughout the first 2 weeks. Dylan Tapley's got 3 receiving touchdowns on the year. What do you expect to see from him? He's one of the top players in the state going to Arizona State. But yeah, what are your thoughts on his play so far throughout the first 2 weeks?
Amazing, just pure amazing. He's one of those receivers that's been extremely reliable for Brady McDonough, as you can see right off the rip, trying to find his favorite receiver. As we're going to get a quick action going here, as McDonough's going to take it to himself. But more of what I was explaining right now, if Desert Mountain's going to come out victorious today on the offensive pieces, Dylan Tapley, and can't forget Jack Freeberg. They need to have a big game today over their big rivals in Chaparral.
Yeah, Jack Freeberg on the season so far, 14 receptions for 146 yards and 1 touchdown. Had the 1 touchdown in week 1. Week 2 went with no touchdowns. He's been very active, though, on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And more bringing up about Dylan Tapley, he was the player of the game last week. When he started, he was really quiet that first half, but after after halftime, he exploded. 2 back-to-back drives, and he had the touchdown, and he went for over 100 yards.
McDonough's going to look out to the white side, and that is Jack Freeberg. First reception of the night for him. That's going to put them on 3rd down and 1. Or is that that will be 4th down, excuse me. So the punting unit will come out for Desert Mountain, it looks like.
The punt team indeed will come out, which is pretty. Yeah, the punting team. I didn't even see the punter back there, but a good call, you could say, from Hamilton, not wanting to start off aggressive, as he's a very aggressive man. He likes going deep, and in 4th and 1, I wouldn't doubt that they go for it here, but they're going to play the safe route here, and they're going to get the punt off.
And just about blocked. The punter gets it off. That looks like Plaz Johnson on the backside, but the special teams by DM, they've been really active. We saw them do a kickoff return on the first play of the season in week 1. What do you expect, though, from this defense? I got a couple of stats for you. Desert Mountain on the defense, Tony Cumberland has been one of the guys that's just been all over the place, 11 total tackles and 1 sack. Dylan Hipp's been active. Cassius Atherton, 8 total team sacks, 4 interceptions. We talked pregame, young quarterback for Chaparral being in sophomore Marcel Jones. How do you feel he's going to be able to handle this very aggressive and active defense?
Well, as long as they don't play as they played in week 1, they couldn't get the offense going, but Desert Mountain's defensive team is a team to reckon. They only allowed a single touchdown in their last 2 games. They're going to try to come out with fire today.
And Jones looks for the QB sneak. He's going to try to get out to the outside, and he's just going to step out of bounds. Almost had a break there, it looked like, for a second. It's very tricky. I've not been able to watch the Chaparral offense so far. You talked pregame with their head coach. Started off week 1 pretty slow, losing by 20, but they bounced back in a dominant way at home for their home opener. 42-0 was the final score. Do you expect to see a Plaz Johnson possibly pop off, a Titus Gomez, a Tristan Armstrong, who are 3 of their top receivers going into the year?
Well, you mentioned all those receiving corps, and everyone needs to have a big part in today's game. It can't be a single person just taking over. And if it is going to be that case, it's going to have to be Marcel Jones. He's the key factor in this Chaparral offense, and he's going to have to find a hole, and he's going to have to find a way against this very tough Wolves defense.
And he's going to get a off snap for a second, look outside, and he's going to take off running again. He's going to look for the first down marker and get there as he steps out of bounds. 10-15 left in the first quarter. Great start for Chaparral. What do you say?
Absolutely, and it's really been really interesting. You know, Marcel Jones trying to find a receiver open, and he got that off snap there, really good catch out of him, and he couldn't really find much of a read and much of a progressive towards his receiver, so he saw the green grass in front of him, and what else than a quarterback more dangerous than his own 2 legs? He takes it all the way for that first down, and Chaparral gets the first down of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been very active, though, being able to – it's been mainly running, though. We haven't really seen anybody else into this game besides Jones, who's already got a handful of Division I offers. Another high snap again, hands it off to the running back as he takes off, and he will be stopped around the 46-yard line, it looks like. Yeah, around the 46. It's going to bring up second down.
Interesting to see. It's Dylan Tapley who makes the tackle there. He's going to be playing a defensive role today as well. It's going to be interesting how he plays out going on both sides today.
Well, on 24/7 Sports, he is looked at as an athlete. So that means I'm sure he's just going to be all over the field tonight. Chaparral, Jones looks outside, hands it to Plaz Johnson, and he's going to get down for the first down. Again, hot start for the Firebirds.
Absolutely picking up that second first down of this drive. And just like that, the first completion out of Marcel Jones. Great what you want to get off there. You don't want to start off with incompletions, but you want to start getting yards. And he's been doing that, those steady yards. And just like that, 2 first downs, and he's already in enemy territory.
Yeah, great start for them, for the guys in white. Very loud atmosphere, packed house on the home side, a little bit empty on the away side. I'm sure that will fill up next as he's going to hand it to Plaz Johnson again. And the DM defense just swarms him immediately after being tripped up a bit. This is your first time being at a Desert Mountain Chaparral rivalry game, correct?
That's right.
What do you, what are your feelings about the environment so far throughout these first couple minutes of the first quarter?
Well, you mentioned that Chaparral, the fans, you can say that they're lacking, but they are loud. They're here to play, and it's really an intense atmosphere. As I mentioned earlier, I'm sweating, and I'm not even playing. I am sweating. I feel this intense heat, and this rivalry, it just goes off just because they're Shea Boulevard, and they're really close by each other. You know, these both teams, who wouldn't be surprised if you see each other again in the playoffs?
And there's going to be a little blitz from the Wolves. Marcel Jones gets to the outside, and he's going to be running out of bounds to stop as the clock continues. Second down again. They got to be active on the defensive line, it seems like, for DM. They got a lot of just really aggressive guys, Tony Dillon. And another one for you, too, is Cassius Atherton. He's been really active and extremely underrated throughout the Valley. What do you see from them that they have to do for this game to really take control like they have the first 2 games of the season?
Well, one thing you need to take in consideration is you have to disrupt the pocket. You can't let Marcel Jones have those free clears in the sidelines. He's been running the ball all this play.
And he's going to look outside, look downfield, and that's going to be intercepted. Almost intercepted. That looked like Santana Wilson again. It could be. Excuse me, folks, sorry, but the numbers are very hard to read from where we are. That was number 24, it looked like, and that would be.
Still trying to make out what it is. You know, just like you mentioned, their jerseys, they are dark, and it's hard to see right now. As I believe it was number 14 who missed that.
Number 14.
Elijah Mears, who actually did get an interception in week 1 against Verado.
Okay, yeah, 24-14. It looks a little bit confusing with the maroon numbers. The uniforms do look cool tonight. I love the black theme in the home opener. But, yeah, it looks like sold-out crowd. We got a lot of people standing behind us as Chaparral's punter gives the boot. Looks like it's going to be a fair catch, and they will be behind their own 20-yard line. Sebastian, this is one of the most fun rivalries we've seen in our state today. Last season, the Wolves defeated the Firebirds on their home field. In what was the most exciting game I've been to in person. That was their first victory, but since 2017, though, Chaparral has kind of been taking control of this. All the top prospects seem to be in Desert Mountain. Who are some of your guys you think are going to have big games tonight?
Well, it's really like you mentioned in that defensive earlier today, Santana. Defense, he's going to have to play a huge role. He's that top quarterback. You can even say he's one of their captains for this team who orchestrates, and also you got to include Tony Cumberland on that defensive end.
McDonough's going to look downfield, and that looks like it will be
player of the game, Dylan Tapley.
Is that Tapley?
Seems like it.
It is Tapley. It is Tapley indeed. Right on cue for him. Great catch by him by Brady McDonough. Brady McDonough, though, speak of him, 37 for 49 coming into tonight's game, 480 total yards, 6 total touchdowns. He's been on fire as he's about to get the ball snapped to him. He's going to look downfield again as that is tight end Dylan Hipp, the Ole Miss commit. Fun fact about him, 30-plus offers before he recently committed to the Ole Miss Rebels. He could be a key factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, and amazing how you mentioned Dylan Hipp having 30-plus offers before he committed to Ole Miss, and that's something interesting to mention. You know, these first 2 games, I haven't really mentioned Dylan Hipp at all on the offense. He's been quiet. He's been playing that more of a defensive role, really trying to get Brady McDonough more time in the pocket, trying to find Dylan Taplin or Jack Freeberg, and he's going to have a huge game as well, just like he had that big catch earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. DM snaps the ball. McDonough sneaks off, and he's going to get there just short of the first down marker. It looks like that will bring up 3rd down. Smart job by DM so far on their second possession, being able to shut out Chaparral on their first possession. What do you expect? It seems like they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, doing a couple of QB sneaks in a certain way. But, yeah, what do you like about Brady McDonough's game heading into tonight's matchup?
Well, just like that last play described it, he knows what to do with the ball. He's very protective of what he wants to do. He has a good brain when he's on the field. He knows where to throw it to, where not to throw it, and, you know, he makes those correct decisions. You know, just like you mentioned, he's still yet to throw an interception this season. So he knows how to protect that ball, and that's going to be huge against this Chaparral defense.
6:20 left in the first quarter as we are going to get a penalty on the field. We are still waiting for the call here. Delay of game on the offense. That will take him back a couple of yards on 3rd down.
And that's something that you don't want to see if you're Desert Mount. Last week, you were there, Parker, although you weren't working with me. You were working more into the sideline field. But 20-plus penalties. Half of those were just offsides merely. And starting out with the false start here, getting that first penalty, you want to get those under control, because if you're going to have another 20-plus penalty game, I guarantee you will not come out victorious.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about that, and I'll get back to that in a second as DM's offense looks to snap the ball. McDonough looks out. He's looking at Tapley downfield. He scrambles around. DM's offensive line is doing a great job of blocking him, and he's just going to sneak off for a couple of yards, and that will bring up 4th down. Let's get back to last week for a second. You were on call. 20-plus, you got to talk to Coach Hamilton about that. If you remember anything, what were some things that stood out from him that he said about his team's performance, even in the 20-plus point win?
You know, it's so funny because I actually wanted to avoid referring those penalties. And the first thing I asked the first thing I asked him was, hey, Coach, what went right in today's game? And the first thing he brought up was the penalties. Yeah. He was not happy. And that was one of those big factors. And although I couldn't get Hamilton on for the pregame interview, I really wanted to address how he's going to refer off of these penalties. And so far, getting that first penalty early, not a good sign.
Wolves punted off. And that will be stopped around the 30-yard line. Tough start for both teams, not able to really get in each other's zones. What do you expect to see from Chaparral this possession, as we're just about under 5 minutes left in the first quarter?
You know, it's really cool how you say tough times on both sides, but, you know, Desert Mountain, they're known for this. They're known to control the offense tempo on their opposition. So having it nothing is not too much of a surprise. But looking on the other side, the offense for Desert Mountain, they only got 2 first downs on that previous drive, and they had to punt it yet again. It's not often you see Desert Mountain punt. It's not often at all. We see 2 punts right off the rip, as you're going to get the hard counts here. And just like that, the defense, you want to get a good jump there. Luckily, they weren't called for the offsides there.
And it looks like we're going to get a little bit of motion and movement from the defensive line of Desert Mountain. Marcel Jones gets it. Quick dump off to Plaz Johnson. He's going to break out on the opposite side, and he's going to get down for another first down. Student section is starting to grow, it looks like, on the Chaparral side. Their fans are starting to pull out. How much do you love this rivalry so far?
Yeah, you can tell how much each team supports each other's fan bases, and it's awesome to see the fans. You know, when you come to the sports, you have to see the fans, because who doesn't like a football game without fans? You know, you got to have that noise, you got to have that tempo, and it gets the crowd and it gets the players fired up as well.
Absolutely.
Especially for Desert Mountain. They're here, they're at home. They got a whole crowd in support for them.
Jones is going to dump it off to his running back, and he gets stopped immediately. Great stop by the defensive line of Desert Mountain. Looked like it was Tony Cumberland on the stop. Cumberland's been an impact player from the jump. He was really aggressive last week. Unfortunately, had a couple of penalties. But with him being able to sack the quarterback and be aggressive on them, do you expect him to give Marcel Jones a tough time?
Yeah, absolutely. And even if he doesn't result in the sack, just having Cumberland just destroy the pocket and disrupt it with leaving Jones with no time to react, it's just so much of a positive for Desert Mountain. That's why the reason they only allowed a touchdown this season.
That is number 20 on the reception for Chaparral. That is Alex Hegg. He is also a junior, 5'9", running back as well. Very young team Chaparral is bringing in. Plaz Johnson and one of their other receivers are kind of, it seemed like more of the leaders. I don't know much about the defensive side, but a lot of youth, and it seems like a bright future for Chaparral in the coming years.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to start off with today. You know, they lost last year, and it's a big rivalry in Shell Boulevard. You know, each team, each school, they want to win. They don't want to have those bragging rights. Chaparral had it in the history. Desert Mountain has it otherwise.
And number 6 for DM, that is Max Sheffrin on the tackle right there for DM. That is going to bring up a first down, though, for the Firebirds. They've been able to move the ball, it seems like, kind of get Desert Mountain out of their usual defensive presence. What do you think about Desert Mountain so far, especially in that middle linebacker and especially like defensive back area with especially Dylan Tapley and Santana Wilson?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting pairing for sure, but you know, I feel like Desert Mountain's defense, they're playing good. They're playing just the way they play. It's just Marcel Jones. He doesn't react. He just throws the ball quick. He doesn't let Desert Mountain get a good play.
And Jones is going to get there like again. That is number 14 on the reception. That is Gavin Mesa, the 6'4" junior tight end wide receiver. That is a big, big catch for the Firebirds to get in the red zone, too, of Desert Mountain. Big play for the sophomore quarterback in his probably really first big rivalry game, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And just what I was mentioning before, Marcel Jones, he gets the snap, and it takes less than a second. He's already released the ball. Doesn't let Desert Mountain disrupt the pocket at all, and he's playing very smart so far.
Yeah, the kid is quick and knows what he's doing. Chaparral gives it to him again. He's going to try and sneak off to the opposite side, and he's just going to get tackled out of bounds. 2:17 left in the first quarter. What can Desert Mountain do better tonight?
And just like you mentioned before, 2:17 remaining in this first quarter. A very quick one indeed. And just like you mentioned, Desert Mountain, you got to stay composed here. You know, this is unfamiliar territory. You know, it's not so often when they're in their own red zone they have to protect from getting that touchdown. But we'll see what Marcel Jones comes out here. He's been bringing out everything out the pocket.
Jones looking right. He's going to get it to number 20. And just short of the end zone, that was to number 20 again, Alex Hegg. Very quick offense. These guys are getting to the line quick, knowing what to do. They seem very well prepared for this team. But also, quick note, also be sure to follow us on Twitter at The Varsity Sports Show for more exclusive content, post-game, pre-game interviews from all of our games around the state this week. They're in the red zone here, Sebastian. Do you expect to see another QB sneak out of Marcel Jones? We'll see right here as he's going to get the ball handed off to their running back. And that looks like
just stopped short.
Just short again. That's going to bring up second down.
Second down indeed. And you just got to play goal line defense here, and you got to put all the pressure on that running back or Marcel Jones. And something that I've been noticing so far is that Marcel Jones, he hasn't really thrown it deep. He's just been throwing it into his corners as he's going to have a QB sneak here.
And is that a fumble? That's going to be a touchdown for the Firebirds. 6-0 to start off on their rivals' field. I mean, this is a big-time start for this young Firebirds team. Yeah, can't believe it. 6-0, about 1:20 left in the first quarter. Looked like there was some confusion for a second, but it looks like the referees were able to handle that fairly quickly as the kicking team comes out for the Firebirds.
Yeah, you're going to get the kickoff here. You're going to see what's going on. But from what I saw, Marcel Jones just immediately grabbed the snap and just threw himself beyond before even his lineman could react to what he did.
Yeah.
And he just crossed the goal line. And if anything, it's just the Wolves' defensive end. You see, they couldn't get themselves reacted to that. And just like that, Chaparral get the first strike.
And their kicker is number 55, Keegan Shank. And looks like it's going to be a false start on the Firebirds. So that's going to back them up a couple of yards. Keegan Shank, though, their kicker, sophomore from Scottsdale, Arizona. quick note for you guys. Tune into the Varsity Sports Show on tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona for post-game wrap-ups, interviews with coaches, and content from all of our fantastic teams.
It's going to be a great show for sure.
And the kick is good, 7-0 for the Firebirds, 1:20 left in this first quarter. Sebastian, I'm going to hand it off to you for a second. What does DM have to do? Do they need to be a little bit more calm? Probably a lot of emotions going forward, kind of like we talked about in the first game when they played Verado, but not to start Desert Mountain wanted. What would you do? What would you say if you were in that coaching room right now?
Yeah, absolutely, and something that before I go more into depth, unfamiliar territory for Desert Mountain. This is the first time this season that they trail. Although very early, we're approaching just under a minute here in the first quarter. They are trailing against their rival Chaparral. I know that the emotions are going really high right now. They don't want to be where they're at right now. And to really just cover it up, they just have to take it really fast. Marcel Jones, he's been playing absolutely quick. And it's been catching Desert Mountain by surprise, just unable to get through the reps and through the progression. And Marcel Jones, he just doesn't care. He gets the ball and he just throws it right off the rip. And he lets his players do this thing. And so now it's up for the offense. If the defense can't make a play, then it's going to have to come to the offense. It's going to be a fireworks today. It's going to be fireworks, absolutely. I wouldn't doubt this goes beyond just 50 points.
And like you said, this was the second time they've let points scored on them throughout the first 3 weeks, as Keegan Schenk will kick off for the Firebirds. And that will be a touchback for the Wolves, putting them around their 20-yard line. 1:18 left in the first quarter. Make sure to stick around during halftime after the second quarter to watch exclusive content from the Varsity Sports Show.
Absolutely, and interesting. I'm just going to see what happens here. Brady McDonough, always love to mention the fact that he's coming back from an ACL injury even before a year, and just seeing him play on the field and play terrific. It's just an absolute bonus. So now he has to guide his team. He has to find his receivers, and he's going to have to make the big plays here coming up.
And let's see what he can do with his offensive weapons. He's going to get the snap, hands it off to his running back. He's going to look for a hole, and he'll be taken down. Let's get to their running back very quickly. Max Scheffrin, 25 carries on the year for 151 yards through 2 games. Could he be a sneaky weapon that they utilize in different ways? A lot of the focus is going to be on Tapley. A lot of the focus is going to be on Dylan Hipp and Jack Freeberg as well. So watch out for him to have a sneaky good game in this rivalry matchup. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on Desert Mountain.
Desert Mountain, we're just right under the 1 minute mark, 48 seconds left in this first quarter. They're down 7-0 so far here at their own house. And it's going to be interesting what happens here, Parker, is the offense is going to try to get repaired. They're going to try to get going here. We're going to see what happens coming up, and Coach Hamilton's going to have a word with what he has with his players.
And we're going to take it to a quick break as they're in timeout right now. Right here, they're about to snap it. Brady McDonough gets the ball in an empty backfield. He's going to look right. That's going to be Jack Freeberg, one of their top receivers. He's going to break a couple tackles and go down for, a third down. Freeberg, he was a man of many targets week 1 against Verado. What do you like about his game so far through the first 3 weeks of the 2023 season?
You know, something that I feel like that he plays such a perfect role. He's that hidden receiver, where if it's not Dylan Tapley, he just comes out of nowhere and he just starts making huge plays. And that's something that Desert Mountain's going to need really soon. Jack Freeberg, Dylan Tapley, Dylan Hipp as well. You got so many receivers, so many weapons. They have to wake up and they have to make something happen.
And we got 5 seconds left in the game. He's going to hand it to Scheffrin as he goes down for what will be the last play of the first quarter. 7-0 at end of quarter one. And we're going to take it to a quick commercial break as quarter one ends. And we are live and back for quarter two of the Battle of Shea Boulevard. Punting team is out for Desert Mountain on the opposite side now as they're going to kick it off. Looks like Plaz Johnson again in there as he's going to call for a fair catch. Desert Mountain will let that thing bounce all the way to the 19-yard line. What does Desert Mountain's defense have to do to start off the second quarter after a rough start and letting this, like really the second time they've allowed points, but the first time in the first quarter they've been really that, seems like laid back. It seems like it looks like they're saving their energy.
Yeah, it's more of Chaparral. They're playing very quick. Marcel Jones gets the snap, and he just throws the ball. So for what I would put on here, I would start playing a bit more man coverage. Get up into the receiver. Be in that area. So if Marcel Jones wants to throw that quick slant, you're there, and you get that good pick, good angle, and you take it to the house, and you tie up this game immediately.
They're going to hand it off to their running back as he goes down. Looks like that is number 20 again.
Think you believe that's Jet?
There's two 20s.
There is two 20s.
I just realized that.
Pretty sure it's going to be Alex Head since it does say running back on Max Prep.
Okay,
so we'll go ahead for Alex Head.
Shout out to Max Preps for that. Alex Haig looked like that was the runner. A matchup I thought I was going to see as we get a penalty on the field is Plaz Johnson versus Santana Wilson. Haven't really seen that so far. As for us, Santana is on the far right side and Plaz Johnson is here very close to us. He's being covered, though, by number 14, Elijah Mears, who's done a solid job, like you said, throughout the first two games. Is Plaz Johnson going to be an impact player for Chaparral throughout this whole game?
Yeah, absolutely. Plaz Johnson and Marcel Jones, they're kind of having their little extravaganza so far.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what Desert Mountain fixes up here. It's going to be interesting what Hamilton has on after that small first quarter ended.
Clock keeps going with 7 seconds left. Marcel Jones looking left, and he's going to get hit immediately, and the ball comes out. That is, cannot tell who that is from here for a second, excuse me.
It was number 5.
Ryan McDonough, brother Brady McDonough. DM, that's a big play for them on third down and now 2. Solid start for them coming out in the second quarter, a little bit more aggressive than we've seen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 3rd and 2 there. I believe it's longer than that. Probably a bit of a mixed cue there, but just like that, man coverage. Marcel Jones, he's throwing that ball quick. If you're already there, you make the huge play there. And see how now, as you have the pressure going up there.
And he's going to break out for a first, and a first down, but he's going to get lit up on the sideline. And penalty markers are going to fly. Probably on, cannot tell, but Marcel Jones looking to break out for that first down, and he got lit up by Desert Mountain's defensive back. He looks to be okay standing on his own feet and own power, but I'm trying to tell what's. That will be a first down regardless, though, with the penalty being on Desert Mountain, and the sticks will move to bring them up more downfield.
Yeah, just huge play there from Marcel Jones. You saw Desert Mountain, the defensive ends, they were making that play. The pocket was crumbling, and Marcel Jones just took it upon himself to just go straight into the middle, and he just made a play happen there. And for Desert Mountain, you need to make the tackle. You need to stop it there, because you make the tackle, there's fourth down.
Yeah.
Because the penalty does not happen. The penalty doesn't occur until the very end. You stop them there, you force them to punt, and you take over from there.
And that will be Alex Hegg again on the run right there. That will bring up second down. Slow start again for the Firebirds, seemed like, but with their second possession, they did score. What do you see from their offensive line? It seems like they've been able to kind of control the defensive impact that the defensive line for the Wolves has had. Marcel Jones going to break the pocket. He's going to look left. And that will be number 14 for Chaparral, Gavin Mesa. He was the receiver. He was the receiver of the massive play to bring them into the end zone. The 6'4" junior, 200 pounds. He could be a sneaky good weapon for Chaparral so far. But we're going to see what Chaparral can do here. 20 seconds left in their play clock. 9:35 left in the quarter. Jones is going to get the ball. He's looking deep. Can't see anybody. And Alex Hegg is just going to drop the pass. Almost a first down there. Looked like Jones was looking downfield to a couple of his receivers. No one there. The impact of that defensive line being able to break the offensive tackles. What did you see from there?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you asked me the question how the offensive line is holding up for Chaparral. I was going to make a bold statement. I believe they're non-existent so far. It's just how fast Marcel Jones throws the ball, and it's just you can't really make a quick adjective there between the defensive line and the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They can't really be part of the play. Seeing how fast Marcel Jones throws it there, but the more Marcel Jones holds onto the ball, you can see the difference there. The Wolves, they're fighting. They're biting through there as they're going to try to make something happen going here.
Shank's going to punt it for the Firebirds. That ball is going to roll right around the 10-yard line. Interesting last name, Shank, for a kicker, you would think, And it looks like we got a hurt Wolf.
I believe that's Tony Cumberland.
He's walking on his own power. Probably a quick stinger. Do you got to say, though, like I was just saying, Shank is an interesting last name for a kicker, don't you think?
Yeah, Shank. Just absolutely shank it all the way to the opposite side. He's been doing great magic so far, and just like that, despite that results and all that hiccups from Desert Mountain, they have the ball now, and it's now for them to wake up. The offense has been lacking for Desert Mountain. It's something I never thought I would ever say.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the first 2 weeks, they were very dominant, and I think they're like 31-0 in the first half of week 1 against Verado.
Yep.
But yeah, 0 points through almost a quarter and a half, not looking like themselves. McDonough does have an empty backfield. He's going to call a receiver in motion. He's going in the zone, end zone. He's going to look downfield, and no receiver there. Pressure from the Chaparral defensive line there. That looked like number 55, which is
really interesting.
Keegan Shank, number 55.
There you go. Making the double play here, as I believe they're going to be throwing the flag now. Intentional grounding on the quarterback.
Very interesting call. There was no receiver.
There was no receiver, but something else to know is that happened in the end zone. It's going to be a safety. Never mind, it won't be a safety. It's going to be on the 1-yard line, as we heard from one of the fans.
Shout out to the parents behind us.
They got the Eagles' eyes, and now they're in a rough position here.
Yeah, they're in a rough position in their own end zone right now. Player in motion. McDonough's looking. He's going to give it to the running back to break down field. And that will be positive yards so far for the Wolves to kick off this possession.
That was Max Sheffrin with the carry for the Wolves.
Max Sheffrin on the run for Desert Mountain. He's been one of their best running backs, one of their best offensive weapons coming into tonight's game with 151 yards, has gained a couple throughout these first 2 quarters. What can Desert Mountain do to capitalize on this very slow start for them?
Penalties. I mean, there's 2 penalties already. Can't let that intentional grounding take you back so far, and it's a loss of down too. So it's third down here, and you can't get nothing much. You're forced to punt, and you're very deep in your own territory, which could potentially give Chaparral that more advantage field if they come up here.
McDonough's looking downfield again. He's looking to Tapley. Tapley's going for it. Incomplete pass. No pass interference on the play too. That will bring up 4th down.
I believe it was Jordan Williams for Chaparral, and I feel like he just turned around just in time to not allow the pass interference to come in effect. And those are 2 deep shots to Dylan Tapley there. Just Dylan Tapley unable to make the better play there, and it's just like that standard DB position there from Jordan Williams, and forcing yet another 3 and out for the Wolves.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at The Varsity Show for more exclusive content from all of our teams statewide. We'll have post-game with Sebastian and Coach Hamilton and the player of the game after, as well as all the teams that are in action for us tonight. Punt team is out for Desert Mountain with Plaz Johnson in the backfield again. He's going to punt it off, and it's going way far back. Multiple players, and he's going to break a couple of tackles. Big block, and we got a penalty flag on the marker. Plaz is going to keep going. And there it's going to be at the 30-yard line. I think it will be a block from the back.
It might be a block on the back, so this might be coming back to where Plaz Johnson took possession.
This could possibly be coming back. We're going to see what happens. But, yeah, there was a couple big blocks there from Chaparral to put him in Desert Mountain's zone.
Just a lot of missed tackles there. A lot. You can't let that happen, especially with someone so powerful and Johnson, who just had that almost return all the way. And we're going to see what the referees come up here. But
it looks like, it looks like it's going to be on Chaparral as we see the Desert Mountain players going around their 50-yard line. And it will be.
So it looks like there was 2 penalties on Chaparral, a holding call and a block on the back. Seems to be that the Wolves take the block on the back, which brings them back 15 yards beyond, and that punt turns pretty good.
And that will put Chaparral on their own 32-yard line. But we've talked a lot so far. Marcel Jones looking a little bit like a young Lamar Jackson, with him being able to use his legs to his advantage and break those tackles. He's been a far more impact player than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that Desert Mountain, I don't want to say they struggled with, but it was something that shocked them last week against Sunrise Mountain, as he had can't really remember his name, but the quarterback, he had a couple plays where he did run and he gained yards there, and that's something that Desert Mountain need to focus in. They need to have contention. They need to stay home. They need to cover those sidelines to make sure they don't get those extra yards.
Jones going to look downfield. He's going to get blitzed, and he will break through, and he's going to go to the sideline for a 1st down. He's been able to do this all night so far. I mean, they've been doing really good trying to impact the quarterback, blitz the line, and Marcelo Jones just seems 2 seconds ahead so far throughout the first half.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely dusting the defensive line, making them non-existent as well. Who needs an offensive lineman if you just do all the work yourself?
Exactly.
If they can't stop that, Marcelo Jones is just going to run this entire game. He's going to end up with more than 200 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And he's going to see what happens
He's got empty backfield. He's looking downfield. He's going to break out again. He's going backwards. No receiver in the area. I'm wondering if they're going to call the same call they did for McDonough, and it looks like not. Great job there.
I think they're going to count Gavin Mesa. Yeah, in the area there. But as you can see, Marcel Jones just refusing to go down.
Yeah.
Refusing to go down. There could have been a potential loss of 10, 15 yards or decides just to throw it away. Luckily, Mesa was in the area. No intentional grounding, just incompletion.
And that was Lucas Blooming on the pressure right there. I think that's what DM has to do throughout this game. They got to pressure at least one person. Looks like we're going to get a timeout on the white for Chaparral.
Timeout, Firebirds.
Sebastian, let me ask you this. We're going to keep going as this will be a short timeout with 7:42 left in the second quarter. Make sure to stick around during halftime to watch exclusive content from the Varsity Sports Show. We also have our Saturday morning show tomorrow, 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona. Post-game wrap-up interviews with coaches, and content from all of our fantastic teams. Sebastian, let me ask you this. This is unforeseen territory for Desert Mountain. How do they, we still got a lot of time left in this first half, but going for the second half, how do they need to come out in the second half to get them back on track and back to the football we've seen from them the last 2 weeks?
They got to just stay composed. You can't let their emotions take the best out of them. And I say it like it's a very easy objective, but you got to stop Marcel Jones from running. You got to keep him in that pocket. You got to force him to throw, and I feel like that's where the most dangerous aspect is at. And you got to bring back all the way to the beginning to that first drive. That interception that was dropped by Elijah Mears. Perhaps if he would have taken that interception, perhaps it would have been a different ballgame.
They could have been so far, as we're going to get back to action here. Player in motion. Empty backfield. The ball will fumble, and it looks like Marcel Jones just falls on it on time. Tony Cumberland was in on that pressure. That's something I've noticed, though, throughout the first couple of minutes of the second quarter. A lot of high snaps from the center of Chaparral. I mean, thankfully they got a quick quarterback who's able to make smart decisions on the jump. If we had a quarterback for Chaparral that wasn't able to do that, like you're saying, too, this could be a completely different ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely, and I feel like something funny I have to mention. Chaparral, they fill up their stands now. Everyone's here now.
Yeah.
Everyone's here and present. Before the start of the kickoff, they were empty, but now everyone's here.
Might have been a far walk. We had to walk that a couple of times. And the ball will come loose. Looks like penalty flags are on the field.
Looks like it might be a false start.
False start again on the offense. That's going to bring him back again on third down.
Third down and forever.
Yeah, third down and long for the Firebirds. Not the start they wanted on this possession. Good job. And it looks like we're going to see a matchup right here. Santana Wilson on Plaz Johnson on the left side of your field. Plaz is going to break through. Jones is going to dump it off to Alex Hagen. A penalty flag on there. Another block, and he's going to get taken out. That is number 14, Elijah Mears.
I'm going to have to correct you. That was actually number 19, Elijah Bankwell, who made the big play there.
Friend of my brother, actually. He plays lacrosse as well, dual athlete.
There you go.
Penalty flag on the field, though. Let's see what it will be.
Going to say it was a holding. It's going to be a holding.
Moving him back again.
On Chaparral. He's going to take it. It would have been fourth and long anyways. They're going to take the penalty here, which is a question mark in a way. You want to lose as much charge as you can to force the punter if you were to stop him here, but it's third and forever. The likelihood of them they have to reach their enemy's 47-yard line to get that first down. If they get it here, how much of a demoralizing effect that would have.
This is going to be a very interesting play. 6:40 left in the half. They are, it looks like, behind even their own 10-yard line. We got 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right side of the camera. Marcel Jones, empty backfield. He's going to look. He's going to find number 9 for Chaparral, and he's going to be taken out again pretty quickly, and that will bring up fourth down for the Wolves. Great job by the Desert Mountain Wolves defense on that possession. How can they build off that to finish the half on a good note?
Yeah, I mean, you need to score some points here. You can't go on into the halftime without scoring a single point. And something that I like to say here, I feel like Desert Mountain, they figured out the offense of Chaparral. They're just stopping Marcel Jones from making too much of a big play, forcing another. I believe that was a 3 and now, even despite all the penalties and when they started and to where they're at right now. But I feel like the Wolves, they figure something out. They could get something going here on the defensive alley. Just keep on stopping them, forcing nothing. But it's time for the offense to wake up. You can't rely just on defense. You're losing. You're down 7-0 here. You need some points on the board to tie the game, and I feel like that's exactly what Coach Hamilton's talking with the offense here, telling them, hey, play by play, let's take it here and there.
And another timeout on the field for the Firebirds. 5:38 left in the quarter. You were able to talk to the Firebirds head coach pregame. What were some things he was saying about the preparation they did heading into the big rivalry matchup?
Yeah, something huge he mentioned was that rivalry. Obviously, he's been coaching here for a while. He likes to have those bragging rights against the Wolves. He always wants to start off here very strong, and especially with the sophomore quarterback. This is his first year working under with him. He's liking what he's seen so far, and something to really take into consideration. They're playing like they played last week. They won a shutout, 42-0. So far, the defense is having their way against the Desert Mountains offense, and I know Coach Niesensen is very happy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start. That was a rough possession a little bit as Shank will punt the ball. We got a receiver in the backfield for Desert Mountain. They got to capitalize on the mistakes they made so far as Shank will punt it off. Fair catch will be called, and they will get it around their 47-yard line. 5:27 left in the second quarter.
Kind of thinking this is the farthest they've been in, like, field position-wise. So if they need to take advantage of just getting the offense going, it's now, it's here. Whether it's Max Schifrin, if it's Dylan Tapley, Dylan Wilson, Santana Wilson. Got a bit of the names messed up there. Dylan and Dylan, you know.
Yeah.
You got both Dylans on the offense there. Jack Freeberg, Ryan McDonough. I know he plays the offense key there on running back end. You just got to get the whole team together and just got to figure out what Chaparral is going to throw at you.
And we got a runner in the backfield with McDonough. As the ball snaps to him, he's going to pass it off to Max Schifrin. He will be stopped immediately. And that looks like Shank again on the tackle. Impact player.
Impact player.
Been able to
indeed.
get the field goal and make a couple of tackles in the first half. He's had a solid performance. 5:10 left in the second quarter.
If we were covering Chaparral football, Shank would have been on my radar so far for player of the game. So far for Desert Mountain, it's kind of hard to get something going, but still, early game, early start. We're just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. We're going to be approaching halftime soon. Low-scoring game so far.
Yeah.
Low-scoring game.
Not something we've been used to. We've been a high offense, high points scored, in especially the first half through these first 2 weeks. Get a little bit of movement. And McDonough, he's going to look downfield, break a couple, and he's going to get out of the quarterback pocket. He's going to hit Tapley, and that will be a first down as he gets out of bounds.
And that's something that you want. He's playing against their top cornerback for Chaparral, Jordan Williams. They're playing one-on-one. Williams has been having his way with Tapley. Now able to get his first completion of the half. His first completion. Let's see what that could transition here.
Quick movement to the line. McDonough's going to go again. He's going to look back to Tapley, and Tapley's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to go downfield, and he's going to step out of bounds. I mean, you talked to him post-game last game. Did not have a hot start in the first half last week. Came out and absolutely dominated in the second half. 2 quick receptions for him. He could get going very quickly, we've seen.
And that's exactly what you want there if you're Desert Mountain. You want your receiver to get going there. Dylan Tapley is, McDonough's going to take it here. He's going to throw it to, can't really make it out here, and he's going to make a play here.
Yeah, cannot tell. Got to look at our cameras to the left of us. Jack Freeberg on the reception there, number 4. He's been kind of a really good wide receiver, too, for this team. The T. Higgins to Dylan Tapley's Jamar Chase, you know, but a very good start for them on this possession. 3:50 left in the first half. They're already in Chaparral's red zone here. Schifrin to the right of McDonough. And we'll see what happens here. Schifrin in motion. McDonough's going to look. He's going to draw and try to get the first down. He's going to make a tackle, and he's going. And that will be just short of the end zone. Great job by McDonough there, seeing the pressure come and get them just shy of the end zone.
Just shy, and yeah, I think the referee marked them just a couple yards before the end zone. Nonetheless, you get that fresh pair of downs. They're at their own 7-yard line right now, poised to get a score in there. And what a play there from McDonough, absolutely faking the throw into the corner and just takes it into himself, showing a bit of glimpse of Marcel Jones there.
Yeah,
and McDonough wants to get the one up there.
And an interesting call. They brought in Tony Cumberland to be on their line. We've seen him be very aggressive throughout these first 2 weeks. He might just be a power guy for the line to bring their running back in. He's going to hand it off to Schifrin, and he's going to get into the end zone.
And just like that, the offense gets something going. Will this be a spark for the Wolves? I feel like if they get something going here, they're not going to let go of that gas pedal. Unfortunate for them, halftime is just around the corner, so they're unable to continue this motivation. But you stop Chaparral here on the quick 3 and out, and you get time. You still have a lot of timeouts here. You could get 1 more, and you potentially take the lead here. But you're going to see what the extra point relies here on, and we're going to potentially see a tie game here. As we're going to see Weeks here.
Alex Weeks on the kick. He's going to put it between the posts. Tie game here at the Wolf Den, 7-7. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. as we have 3:26 left in the second quarter. Never mind. Excuse me. That was my fault. 3:26 left, 7-7. Sebastian, let me go to you. Sebastian, let me go to you really quick.
Spit it
That's
out.
the type of start that, or excuse me, ending, I guess you can say, if the half were to end right now, that the Wolves needed. 7-7. What did you see from them that was different compared to the rest of the first half?
Let me tell you something. Dylan Tapley woke up. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Dylan Tapley, he makes 2 big plays and takes them deep into enemy territory. And from there, Brady McDonough gets a good run into the corner, and then Max Schifrin finishes it off for the touchdown. Exactly what you wanted to see for the Wolves offense. And now the fans have something to cheer of.
Weeks will kick it off again for the Wolves. He's going to boom that all the way into the end zone, and that will be fair catch. Oh, we're going to see a penalty flag come on very quickly after that. Could be unnecessary roughness. Didn't really see anything besides maybe a little scuffle at the end, but
let me add a comment here. If you're Chaparral here, you gotta get under control here. You take the early lead and you seem like you're in control, but Desert Mountain, the Wolves, they've been taking over, and it looks like it will be
on Chaparral.
A personal foul, and they're gonna go from the 20-yard line to potentially their 10-yard line. Not great field position here if you're Chaparral.
And the Wolves fans cheer around us, chanting, "Send them back." That was the first time we've kind of seen the Wolves fans get into it. It's been a slow start for them, but what can the crowd do, too? Seems like they got to get into it as Chaparral's offense takes the field. Marcel Jones has been a player to watch throughout this first half. 3:26 left. He's going to get it. He's going to look to his left, and a little bit of a fumble there for a second, and that will be Alex Hegg.
Yeah, if you're Coach Hamilton here, excuse me for cutting you off there.
No, you're good.
I'm not a coach myself. This is what I think of myself, or what I think prospectively. All that Madden clip is coming to me. Nah, I'm just joking. But Marcel Jones, he's throwing the quick motion. He gets the motion off his running back going on the left side of his screen. He gets the quick ball, and he just throws it straight at him.
Yeah.
If you're Desert Mountain, you try to get a good transition there between the cornerback or the safety.
Jones is going to look. He's going to hit Plaz Johnson. Plaz is going to look, break a couple of tackles. He's going to get met, and he's still going. From last year when I saw him a couple of times, he's improved his game a ton. Arizona State commit from Scottsdale, Arizona. Plaz has been a problem, it seems like, just being able to be taken down so far throughout this first half. And, it's very interesting to see what they're going to do. 2:43 left in the second quarter. We're going to get a quick pause for a second as something came onto the field from the Desert Mountain fans. Looks like a volleyball of some sort. Play continues. Marcel Jones has his running back there. He's looking around. Pressure's going. He's moving out. And that will be Jones taken down. Great pressure by Desert Mountain's defense right there to bring up, I believe, second down, correct?
It will be second down there, and it was Santana Wilson who makes the play there. And you want that cornerback. You want him to start waking up and start getting that fire deep in him, because when he starts making those big plays and everyone else starts following him from the Desert Mountain Wolves.
Wilson, the Texas commit, one of the top 3 players, I believe, rated in the state of Arizona. As we're going to see Chaparral's offense continue here with 2:34 left. Jones looks for a handoff to Hegg, and the pack of Wolves just immediately go after him. Very impressive from them so far throughout this second quarter.
Great play there from Cumberland. As they're going to get the time going here. We're just going to be approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Chaparral facing a third down here, and potentially Desert Mountain could get another possession here.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the Wolves side. Good job by them, though, throughout these last couple of possessions on defense for them getting that first touchdown, too. What do you expect to see quickly from both teams after a slow start when the second half begins in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, if you're Chaparral here, you still continue with those quick passes there. It's not broken. You're getting yards. You're getting the first down there. So if you're Marcel Jones, you keep doing what you're doing best, and you're going to probably come out victorious. Desert Mountain, though, they're figuring something out there. They're almost forcing Marcel Jones to make those uncomfortable throws and making him run the ball, although he's not scared to continue running the ball. But if you force him to try to take this game into his own hands, most likely than not, you won't win this game, as you need a whole 11 squad to take victorious. So different perspectives. I mean, who's going to wake up here? Who's going to have the better start? And you can't end the first half just yet. There's still 2 minutes left to play. Desert Mountain stops Chaparral here. They get one more possession. Hey, they could potentially take the lead.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for more exclusive content as the Chaparral offense comes back onto the field. 2:06 left in the first half. Jones is going to get it. He's looking downfield, breaks a couple tackles, and he will be met immediately. That looks like Dylan Hip. You talk about him. He has not been very active on the offensive side, but you emphasized it earlier, major player on the defensive side of the ball at the DN position.
Minus yards there. Another, I believe, the first sack of the game for Desert Mountain. Exactly what you need, especially against a speedy Marcel Jones. They call a timeout here. A minute 53 there. They're very deep in their own territory. The punt most likely goes beyond the 50-yard line if you get a really good one, but it's Shank who's going to be kicking the ball there. He's been having a terrific game so far, so it wouldn't be surprised there, but it's going to be good field position for Desert Mountain. They still have a timeout remaining, I believe. They got something to go on here, and they could potentially flip the script and take the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Tune into the Varsity Sports Show Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1060 KDUS Arizona for post-game wraps, interviews with coaches from all over the state, and content from all of our teams. Special teams will come out for Chaparral. 4th down and long, like he said. Their punt returner is at literally the 50-yard line. Could go short, could go long. Both of these punters and kickers got legs on them. So Shank is in their own end zone. He's going to get the ball punted off, and that will be around the 40-yard line, and the ball will bounce, and that will be a fair catch. 1:44 left. And I didn't really see what happened there. It looked like a little bit of confusion.
No, it was a bit of a shove there, I believe. Journey Solomon, who's the fair catch, trying to get something. The ball coming straight to them. Maybe some words exchange, and Journey did not like what he heard.
Yeah.
Gave a little push off to number 13, Titus Gomez for Chaparral. It's just the rivalry, the blood, the energy in both teams, both players. You want to come out victorious, and to my surprise, it's been, well, not too much for a surprise. I believe it was going to be a great game regardless. Tied 7-7. We're under double digits on both sides of the offense here, but Desert Mountain could change my mind about that as they have a chance to take the lead here.
5 total sacks for Chaparral's defense. Their line, Shank is going to try to break through. McDonough's out of the pocket, and that's going to be number 4, Jack Freeberg, on the reception. Again, he's been solid. Brought up Titus Gomez very quickly. Just wanted to shout out him. 5 receptions through 2 games, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown. He has one of the 3 total touchdowns heading into tonight's game that have been received. As McDonough, looking with 1:18 left on the shot clock, he's going to get the switch to play. Ball snap to him, empty backfield. Blocker's doing really well. He's looking downfield at Tapley. He's going to break out of the pocket, look downfield, and just out of the reception area for Jack Freeberg, number 4. 1:03 left in the half. McDonough's been a little bit quiet so far. Haven't really seen the player we've seen throughout the first 2 games. How can he improve heading into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's the offensive lineman. They got to give McDonough a little bit more time, because if you're the receivers here for Desert Mountain, I see a couple plays here and there where they just absolutely bolt, and they're open. They have space. Yeah. But they have the space, and they can run the go route all they want. But if McDonough doesn't have space, or excuse me, doesn't have time to throw the ball accurately to them, then it's all for naught. So Brady McDonough, I think, just continue what he's doing best and just protect that ball.
He's going to be in the empty backfield again. He's going to target and we have a penalty flag on the field again.
It might be a holding call on the defense. I didn't quite make sure what happened there.
There looked like there was some action on our other side.
I will believe it is a holding call.
Yeah, it looks like the Wolves will move downfield just a bit with 57 seconds.
I think it's going to be on Jordan Williams, getting a little bit too
Too aggressive, too chippy.
Too chippy.
Too early for
Well,
that.
obviously, you're going against a very tough opponent, Dylan Tapley. You got to have some aggressive into there. Unfortunately, it doesn't end on what he wants to do. They're going to get really good yardage there. They're going to be on their opposition now.
Yep.
Now, something to mention as well, that Desert Mountain, I forget it, last name Weeks, the kicker, he has a good leg. So even despite being here, they could get a couple more yards and they're in field goal range.
Yeah, they could
57 seconds left. They could get a field goal here and still take the lead, which is exactly what you want to do here.
Lots of time left for the Wolves to cook up something. McDonough gets a snap. Empty backfield, lots of pressure. He's going to look to the running back to get a first down. That is Max Scheffrin again on the reception. Solid start so far for him. Like I said, he's kind of been a sneaky weapon for them.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're to tell me who would be a player of the game so far, you have to take Max Scheffrin into consideration. He has the touchdown for the Desert Mountain Wolves. He's been making those small, easy, sneaky plays like you mentioned. He's been quiet, but he's been dangerous. Every time he has the ball, he's going to make something happen out of it. If it's either Dylan Tapley or Max Scheffrin, it's very nice out of Brady McDonough to really explore his options and find all his different receivers.
Ball on Chaparral's 32-yard line. Player in motion for DM. McDonough looking downfield again. He's going to look at Jack Freeberg. Just got lit up right before that. An incomplete pass for the Wolves. 46 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, a bit of a bad throw there off McDonough there, just behind Jack Freeberg. He had space there. He had his DB beat. Just not a good throw, and anything, a bit of a dangerous throw because it ricocheted off Freeberg's hat. It had a little bit of airtime there. It could have been picked off, and green grass in front of him. You don't want, worst case scenario is you get picked off and they take it to the house, and all of a sudden you lose your touchdown tie, and you have to work with something out of nothing.
46 seconds, like I said, on the clock. They are on the 32-yard line. Scheffrin in motion. McDonough's looking, a lot of pressure. He's going to break through a couple of tackles. He's looking downfield, penalty flag on there. And Freeberg is going to get it. And he is just going to be pushed out of bounds by Williams again. Penalty on the field. Going to be interesting to see what it is. It could be holding on the offense.
It might be coming back, and it will be coming back. Unfortunate. You don't want that's the worst case right now if you're Desert Mountain, because that's going to take you out of field goal range. You're back in your own territory here. You got to get a good play here. 38 seconds to work with. You still got a bit of time there, but let's progress what just happened there. What a great play there. Absolutely. McDonough keeping the play alive, going into his left and finding Jack Freeberg, and that's exactly what these receivers do best. They break off their defenders and they go and they're open and they're able to make a great catch.
38 seconds left on the clock for the Wolves as the first half comes to a close. They're on, looks like they're Chaparral's 42-yard line, excuse me. Freeberg in motion. McDonough's going to get the snap. He's going to look downfield again. Pressure a ton. He's going to go down immediately. And that is number 4 for Chaparral, which is Jaden Ridley, 6'3", junior, 210 pounds, big kid. Quick to the line, though, Desert Mountain is, with only 17 seconds left. McDonough's looking downfield. He's going to go deep, and that will be picked off by Williams. Tough break. That looks like Tapley was the intended receiver. But, yeah, that is Jordan Williams. You talked about him being a bit of a problem for Dylan Tapley so far. Tough break for the Wolves offense.
Yeah, that was a bit of a destroyed play. I feel like I saw some receivers in the corner, just didn't know what they were doing. Dylan Tapley just ran the goal route, and it was ultimately an underthrow ball. It wasn't really quite directed straight into Dylan Tapley. He couldn't make much of it, and it was just the DB who turned into the receiver there as Jordan Williams gets the first interception off of Brady McDonough, his first of the year.
Make sure to stick around during halftime to watch exclusive content of the Varsity Sports Show. 8 seconds left in the first half, so make sure to stick around for that. Looks like we're just going to get a kneel here, and that will end the first half. 7-7 as the half closes. Lots of fireworks, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes. Hope you've enjoyed it so far, and hope for you guys to stick around to see a very exciting second half.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos Mesa, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. The food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, joining Varsity as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Gould of Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you a unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental service, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos Mesa, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite
Hi,
School of
my name is Eric
Journalism
Perry and I'm the proud owner of
This
Firebirds Wolves.
semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports
I've
Show
been in
as
this
a
industry
social
for over
media
25 years and I'm the
excited
current
to
president
promote
of the
and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no obligation roof inspection to you, as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or or at Eco Roofing Solutions AZ. We are supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions 480-695-7736 and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, Ocean, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-36-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the side.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentist, where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an area born in the town of Miami and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valjean, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road, north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
beating against Orange Lutheran 14-7.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody, for the second half action of the Desert Mountain Wolves versus Chaparral Firebirds. Sebastian, I don't know if people caught that as we're going back, but do you have any updates from scores around the valley that people might be interested in?
Well, sure. I mean, you got Basha taking on Saguaro, two of the top teams in their respected region, as Basha has the early lead, 21-7 over Saguaro. I'm also keeping track of shout out to Zach Alvira, who's been covering Chandler against Orange, number 20, Orange Lutheran from California, as the last time I checked, the Wolves have their lead 14-7. It's going to be a good one. We also have Sentinels leading their game 7-0 as well. That's about it about my score lines. Twitter hasn't been really updating a lot, as I got another notification. Liberty, who's been absolutely just, my goodness, how dominant they've been ever since they kicked off their season 3 weeks ago. They're winning right now 42-0. I don't know against which team from Jacob Saliga, as they're winning 42-0. They still have 8 minutes and 40 seconds in the second quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
big start for them.
We'll try to keep tabs on that game as well, as
shout out to,
let's bring it what we have over here.
Yeah, shout out to Twitter, or X, as a lot of people are calling it, as we get ready for second half action here in the Wolf Den. Battle of Shea Boulevard, tie game 7-7. Slow start for both. A lot of action, though. A lot of big plays. Saw the interception by Chaparral to kind of end the quarter. But we got Weeks, the kicker for Desert Mountain, about to kick off, as Chaparral will start with the ball. Weeks will punt that thing away, and a floppy ball as it will go out of bounds. And I believe that will be a penalty, right? Kind of that's what it goes, like penalty on kickoffs, right?
Seems like that. Yeah, I believe they'll start off on their 40-yard line, question mark?
Yeah,
don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure if the NFL rules are the same in high school, because, different scores, different times.
We're still learning.
We're still learning.
We're still learning.
We're getting there. We'll get there sooner or later.
Only week 3. Lots of weeks of football
Only week
left.
3, just like you mentioned. And now as we're approaching, Chaparral gets the ball here. What's going to happen? Give me a prediction.
Marcel Jones. I feel like I got to channel my inner Gus Johnson when he did Cordell Jones. He's like, Marcel Jones, Marcel Jones. Jones will kick it off for Chaparral on offense. He's going to get the ball and hand it to that's number 6. As he breaks tackles, that is number 6, Plaz Johnson. A little bit of Debo Samuel type play right there, with their star receiver starting off with a run to kick off the second half.
A gain of 9.
Gain of 9.
Correction, it's going to be a first down.
First down, yeah.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, Debo type style there. You have him in receiver, might as well have him in the running back too. You got him 10 yards there. He's been absolutely the MVP so far in today's game for Chaparral. He gets the offense going. This was Marcel Jones.
And we got a blitz coming from Desert Mountain, as they're going to obliterate him. Start that. The negative yards. It's going to be number 19 for, Elijah Bankwell. Came in very quickly. He noticed it right away from what it looked like here. Got a clear view right now of the game too, with fans still getting their snacks and drinks for the second half. But good start for the Desert Mountain defense.
Absolutely.
Jones, empty backfield. He's going to look and get Plaz Johnson, and he will try to take it downfield, and he's going to get out of bounds. A little bit of a skirmish between him and Santana Wilson. That is going to be a matchup for everybody to watch during the second half. Top wide receiver, top defensive back, going one-on-one.
Yeah, I can't help but feel a bit scared when Plaz Johnson extended his hand.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell if the Desert Mountain just going to come and just whoop, thank you so much, and just takes it all the way to the house. So great play there from Plaz Johnson nonetheless.
10:46 left in the second quarter. Jones is going to switch the play call, it looks like. Ball snaps, empty backfield. He's going to look downfield. And that is just about caught. Targeted for Tristan Armstrong, one of their top receiving targets. He comes in 4 receptions on the year, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. They got a bit of a trio of weapons they use with Armstrong, Gomez, and Johnson as the punting team comes on. Good start for DM's defense, though, What did you see from them that was different from the first half?
Yeah, I mean, you have to wait. Just play smart. Keep it composed. After they allowed that touchdown to Marcel Jones, they kind of woke up. They stopped Chaparral from really progressing much. They haven't been much of a danger factor at all. And I feel like I mentioned, they figured something out as they're going to try to potentially get the touchdown. It's going to be a beautiful punt.
Great punt.
Right on their 1 yard line.
By Shank right there to put him on.
Teams.
I mean, a guy that can do both. Punt it downfield and be an impact player on the defensive end. He's a junior. Said it before. Let me get the exact measurements up.
Yeah, if you're the Wolves here now, you're in danger position here. You don't want to allow the safety here. You tied the game up.
Yeah.
You had the potential lead on that last drive that they had before halftime. Just a bit of a penalties, couldn't get quite going there. And something that really I haven't mentioned at all is the penalties. At Desert Mountain, they fixed the issues whatsoever. They haven't allowed much happen at all, and it's been really showing it so far. But now it's time for them to see if they could make some magic happen.
And he's going to hand it off to Sheffrin. That is an interesting run call, being that close to your end zone. Just wanted to make sure I get to this point. Keegan Shank comes in on the defensive line. Senior, 6'4", 255 pounds. It's a big kid being able to boot that far. But interesting play call by Desert Mountain right there, running it on their own 1 yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Would be interesting if Shank played soccer. Yeah, he might have like a bit of a soccer ancestry that he
like
had.
A goalie.
Something like that, you know. Obviously, you know what? Let's lose that train of thought. Back to football. Shank, you've been killing it today. Keep on your action, and now we're going to see what happens here. The run, just like as you mentioned earlier, was a gain of 2.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field.
Early timeout. Not what you want to do starting off. You know, we're just under 10 minutes of this the second half, but those timeouts, they become a factor. You're about to start talking soccer. What was the thing you talked about in our first game? You kept saying. Oh yeah, you know.
Was it nil? You kept saying nil when Desert Mountain. Yeah, you said 7-0,
exactly.
14-0.
Yeah, exactly. You know, nil, nothing. You know, let's not bring that up because I might have the bad habit of bringing it back. Bad custom out of me. I watch a lot of soccer, especially when Lionel Messi, when he came here to the United States to play for Miami. I've been watching just a lot of that and seeing all the scorelines and whatnot. Not convenient because of football. Football's here now. Did you see the NFL is finally back? So
the NFL is back.
So very excited for that. Nonetheless, we're here for some high school, even better high school football, and we have a rivalry, the battle between Shea Boulevard. It's not disappointed at all. The scoring was lackluster, but who cares? If the defense is popping off, you know it's going to be an intense battle.
Go Seahawks really quick, just for the NFL being back. 9:45 left in the third quarter. That was a timeout, I believe, on the Desert Mountain side.
That's right.
They were just looking a little bit miscombobulated, didn't know what to do, and the clock was running very quickly with the 25-second clock to make that play. Sheffrin is in the backfield with McDonough. We got Jack Freeberg, it looks like, on the one-on-one side, and then 2 receivers on the other. Receiver in motion. They are going to look like a miscommunication again. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Not the best start for Desert Mountain on the offensive side. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Running clock again, 9:28 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, interesting you mentioned the bad play call there. Bit of a confusion. I'm not sure if he was trying to hand it off to the receiver there, try to get a jet sweep going there. I'm not sure what happened. McDonough decides to just stick with the ball. Luckily, because the last thing you want to do is fumble in the area.
Exactly.
So good thing he held onto that ball and just picked up a couple yards and made it 3rd and manageable here.
3rd down, 9 minutes left in the quarter. McDonough gets a snap. He's looking deep. He's going to look just tipped. But that is a reception caught. That will be a 1st down. That is number 21.
Lucas Blumley.
Lucas Bloomling. One of the receivers, young receivers for this team. Bloomling, he was a world-class, hold on, let me make sure I'm correct about that. Was a world-class soccer player that was fully committed to football only last year, as we get another play.
Well, there you go.
From the Wolves.
Jack
Freeberg in on that play again. Quick to the line, though. They're not wasting any time. 8:20 left in the third. Snap goes. McDonough's looking. He's trying to look downfield for somebody open, breaking a couple tackles. He's going to go to his side and get the first down. Positive start for Desert Mountain in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's great plays there. Jack Freeberg gets a good slant route, pick up good yardage there. And a bit of a blown-up play. I'm not sure if Brady McDonough able to express the play correctly there. I saw a lot of receivers just do a go route there, but nonetheless, breaks out the defense even further, and it's his legs against the lineman's legs. Who's going to win? And obviously, great to see Brady McDonough just running at the ball. You know, the first thing you have to think of is that ACL. And he's back completely. He's back 100%. He's going to run it whenever he can.
McDonough looking as good as ever, though. 13 seconds left in the play clock. He's going to get the ball. Hands it off to Sheffrin, who's going to break a couple of tackles. And he will be at the first down marker, if not close to the first down marker, as we have a penalty on the field.
It might come back. I think it might be another holding call on Desert Mountain.
It's looking like it's going to be holding on the offense. 7:58 left. Quick note for you guys, tune into the Varsity Sports Show on Saturday mornings. That will be tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona for post-game wrap-ups, interviews with all the coaches around the valley, and content from all of our teams. We have, I think 6 teams a part of the Varsity Sports team. Everyone is in action tonight as well. But, yeah, we're back to action here. First down and long for Desert Mountain. McDonough's going to call for an empty backfield. He's going to look left, just about blocked. And another quick tackle. That's going to be number 21 for Chaparral, which is
2nd and 15 Wolves.
Jackson Bowman, the freshman, 5'10", 125. But, yeah, smart play. This defensive line for Chaparral, though, they're getting kind of wherever they want to go with this offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to force in and destroy the bubble. I mean, destroy the pocket.
Uh-huh.
McDonough doesn't have much of the time. He begins to scramble, and that's what you want with the quarterback. You want him scrambling because you don't get a good accurate pass that way.
He's going to hand it off to Sheffrin. Sheffrin's going to break a tackle and then get met immediately. And do
we have another penalty?
Do we have another penalty? Okay. I wonder what this is going to be again, if it's going to be on the offense.
Could be another holding call. If it is indeed just like that, you have a good drive going, and 2 back-to-back penalties just destroys the drive.
Yeah, they got to get to almost their 40-yard line. Holding, like you said, on the offense, it's going to send them even more far back, close to their 10-yard line. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for more exclusive content. All of us, you'll be able to see Sebastian on the post-game wrap-ups tomorrow morning, most likely. And, yeah, it's been a great time being able to call this game. Big rivalry matchup. Fans are everywhere. It is a packed house. We have a lot of people standing behind us yelling different play calls the coaching staff should do, as we have 7 minutes left in the running clock in this third quarter. Still a tie game at the Wolf Den.
We're going to see what happens here. It's third down, third and long, and honestly, so it's going to be probably – I wouldn't doubt that McDonough try to look for his favorite receiver in Dylan Tapley or Jack Freeberg. It's going to be interesting if they're able to complete the first down.
McDonough's looking in Tapley's way. He's going to look downfield, and he's got him open. Is just a little too far for Dylan Tapley. That could have changed the game right there.
Yeah, right then and there. Dylan Tapley absolutely beat Jordan Williams on the route there. He had green grass. He had the position. Just overthrown from Brady McDonough there. Too much power into that. That would have been to the house, and who knows what would have happened there. The absolute eruption of the fan ears. And Desert Mountain just missed a key factor there.
And I got to hand it to Chaparral's defense. They've been playing on their A game. I mean, I think that first week losing as the punt goes, Plaz Johnson in the backfield to catch it. He's going to get met, but breaks the tackle again, and he's going to keep going. This kid's got Vaseline on him or something, because he's not been able to be put down a lot of times tonight.
Yeah, he has worked his agility throughout the whole play. He just cuts it through the end, cuts it through the corner, just slipping through, and just like you mentioned, having Vaseline all over his body, just he can't get to him. They can't get to him. It takes 2-3 Wolves players to get on him just to take him to the ground. And it might come to a play where it bites him, where, you get that one-on-one with Plaz Johnson and any defender, and he beats the first defender and he could go home if there's green grass.
Yeah, and, you talk about it. I also want to bring up something, too. Dylan Tapley, Jack Freeberg, a couple of these guys play both sides of the ball. Could there be fatigue a bit? Been very hot around the Valley this week, as I'm sure you know. But we're going to see Chaparral offense again. Marcel Jones gets it. He looks confused for a second. Miscommunication, and that will be thrown out of bounds as time stops.
Yeah, it was a bit of a blown play there. I'm not sure if it was the running back confused or Marcel Jones.
Looks
who
like
was confused.
Yeah, looks like Plas was supposed to be on the other side. Marcel Jones looked to his right for that. But 6:18 left in the third quarter. Tune in to the Varsity Sports Show on Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona for everything that we have. All of our people on there, all student-led, and it's a great show, so make sure to check out that. Jones calls Johnson in motion. He's looking downfield, and no one will be there again. Santana Wilson was on the stop there. I want to point out on number 13, Dominic Espinoza, linebacker, senior, 6 foot. Santana, kind of quiet game. We talked a little bit pregame. I thought he was going to be more of an impact player, possibly an interception, because he comes in to today's game as being one of the interception leaders. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. 6:13 left in the third, tie game.
There's a favorable matchup here. We finally have Santana on Plas Johnson.
And that's going to be a match of the sea. Looks like a blitz coming. He's going, Jones looks downfield, and that's going to be caught. Number 1, Tristan Armstrong, his second touchdown of the season. One-on-one coverage, nobody really there, and he was just able to get that and get the score, puts Chaparral up. Man, this is going to be a real interesting rest of the game with 6 minutes left. What a throw by Jones, though. Looked like a blitz, a ton of pressure, and as you can see, Chaparral fans and even the players are fired up for that big play.
Yeah, speechless. Wow,
I didn't even really know what to say.
What an absolute play there. Honestly, I thought the throw was a bit underthrown.
I did too.
And Tristan Armstrong, I thought the defender was going to have an easy interception there, but Tristan just absolutely snags it off of there behind his back, makes the huge play. I believe that was a 50-yard touchdown. Woo! Just takes it to the house, and just like that, Chaparral, 3rd and 10. The offense wasn't getting nothing going ever since he scored that first touchdown. Huge play. They retake the lead now, and now it's up to the Wolves to take answer.
Keegan Shank makes it a 1-possession game. Man, it's been speechless, man. I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, I did not expect that play from happening, but hey, that's the absolute joy of football. You make something out of nothing, and just like that, Armstrong just bullied his defender.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't quite make out who was defending there.
I couldn't either.
So we guess we won't be able to talk about him at all, but I think he had a good position there.
He did. It was just it was a better play by the receiver.
Yeah, just a better play.
In Armstrong, and man, that makes it 14-7. Low-scoring game, but it feels like high-scoring with how much action we've seen from both of these teams, as Keegan Shank will be kicking off again for the Firebirds. The Wolves looked a bit shell-shocked. They don't really know what's going on. Coach Hamilton, I can see him right now. He looks a little bit even shocked as to what just happened. That was a big play by Jones, though. Credit to him on that big-time throw. And again, sophomore. This kid has 2 more seasons after this as Chaparral's starting quarterback. What a play by him, as we're going to see Chaparral get ready to kick off.
Indeed, he's going to get ready to kick off. Now it's up for the Wolves to respond back. They had something going on the offense in their last drive. Just 2 back-to-back penalties really destroyed the drive. And
yeah, absolutely. And we're going to get a little buff kick right there. And again, Chaparral, special teams and defense, they've just been outplaying them so far. But again, 5:58 left in the third quarter.
Interesting kickoff method. I'm not sure if he wanted that squibble there. Maybe he wanted to catch Desert Mountain off guard and potentially recover an onside
yeah, possibly.
kick. Nonetheless, if you just kick the regular kick, they're probably back in their own 10-yard line, because the way Shank's been kicking that ball has just been terrific. So
yeah,
bit of a weird, or I should say interesting kickoff method there. But nonetheless, Wolves have pretty good position here. They lead off on their own 45, or excuse me, 30, I want to say 37-yard line. See if they could try to respond back here.
And McDonough, he's going to pitch it off, fake out, and that is going to one of his favorite targets. Looks like Dylan Tapley.
They look like Dylan Hip.
Excuse me, wrong Dylan, man. It's hard with these numbers, man.
It is.
You
It's
got
really
a little
hard.
bit of the outline, but with the black and the maroon, only when they're turned around. But yeah, Ole Miss commit there. Dylan Hip, big target. He needs to, it looks like, get going a little bit more with this offense. He's been really impactful, got the sack. But yeah, let's see what McDonough can do. Empty backfield with him. One-on-one coverage here on the close side of your screen. Scheffrin in the backfield. High snap, fake, and that's going again.
We'll let the scatter disappear.
Dylan Tapley on the reception, moves the chains for the Wolves. Good start for them on this drive. Hip's going to come out, and McDonough, though, solid job keeping his offense moving. That's what you got to do. Slow start, like you said. Couple of penalties. Kind of got them just out of sorts, it feels like, again, but they're in Chaparral's zone of the field. And we're going to see again what they can do. McDonough, he's going to hand it off to Scheffrin. Scheffrin's going to break through the hole, and he will get close to the first down marker.
You know, something interesting I just noted right now, I had Santana Wilson talk with Dylan Hip, having a one-on-one conversation while he's down there. It's kind of interesting how those players, they're both captains on their both respective sides.
Yeah.
Defense and offense there. The defense, they give up a big play there. Santana frustrated, obviously. You don't want to give up a huge touchdown like that. Now you're giving up more touchdowns in this game than your entire season the first 2 weeks. So not a good look there, but great concentration and great contact between both teams, both captains, if anything.
4:15 left. Player in motion. McDonough's going to get the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back, and he will be met immediately by the Chaparral defensive line. Quick moving offense, though. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Clock will continue.
Indeed, it's been a pretty quick pace game in comparison to last week's game at Sunrise Mountain, and really part of that was the penalties.
Yeah, I was going to say the penalties.
It would already been at 8:45. We barely would have been starting the second half.
Yeah,
so,
you're right, man.
Great to see the time moving, but interesting how Desert Mountain approaches here. You know, the more time they lose, the less it's going to happen.
And we're going to get a penalty, false start.
Will be a false start. I wonder who jumped. It's going to be interesting what happens there. But they gotta slow down. The penalties are the drive killers.
Yeah, man. And that's going to stop the clock, too, for a second. That will keep running. McDonough, empty backfield. 4 receivers on his left side, 1-on-1 on the right. Let's see what magic he can do. He's going to target Tapley. And that's going to be another reception for Dylan Tapley, as they're going to move a little bit more downfield. McDonough, though, seems to be a little bit more calm and content. Unfortunate interception to end the first half, but he's been coming lights out, trying to get his guys involved on all cylinders.
Indeed, yeah, trying to get the entire offense. You know, Dylan Hip, one of the leaders in this offense group. I haven't really mentioned him the last 2 weeks, but now he's been playing one of those offensive key roles, and I feel like someone else who should be mentioned more is Jack Freeberg. He hasn't been making much of an action this game. I would love to see him make a big play here.
And the run will go. Scheffrin's going to break through. He's going to get the first down and a lot more. And they are close to the 10-yard line. Red zone for the Wolves.
Yeah.
2:49 left in the second quarter. Sorry, Sebastian, go ahead.
You're all fine. Sorry about that. I really wanted to emphasize the last 2 games for Max Scheffrin. They had opportunities to score a touchdown. He scored his first one today. But no, they were at the 1-yard line at Verado High School. They were at the 1-yard line at Sunrise Mountain. They gave Max Scheffrin the ball. He couldn't convert at all. And those really hurt as a running back. But today, he gets his first touchdown, and they're running the ball very efficiently today. So that's something to highlight to really note out.
And excuse me, from the PA, that was Ryan McDonough actually on the play. McDonough's going to look downfield and get the touchdown. Cannot really see who it is down there, but that will be a touchdown, Wolves.
Might be Ryan McDonough with the touchdown there.
Oh, it's going to be celebration. There's a penalty on the field. Jack Freeberg is the receiver with the touchdown. You talk about him not being able to get a lot of action. He gets a touchdown, but there was a penalty on the field, and it's looking like it's on the Wolves.
It might be excessive celebration on the Wolves.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, yeah.
Yeah, you saw Jack Freeberg jumping up and down. Probably some words, spit it out.
Yeah.
So, unfortunate. It's probably going to just affect the kickoff, if anything.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, the Wolves respond.
Yep.
They respond in dramatic fashion there. The run game goes going there. The throws were there from Brady McDonough.
Flag will be waved off.
So it will be waved off. Referees decide everything's okay.
Yeah.
And just like that, depending on this field goal from Alex Weeks, we will have a tie game.
Weeks get sets to get the field goal attempt. Ball snaps. And that is through. Tie game once again. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for more exclusive content, post-game interviews with player of the games, coaches, and some of our radio stuff, I believe, is on there too. Lots of good stuff for you to check out, so make sure you go follow us from the Varsity Sports Show at Varsity Show.
14-all here at Desert Mountain. Close matchup, rivalry, not disappointing whatsoever. And now the question begs to differ. Will this come down to the last possession? Will it come out to a field goal? What's going to happen here? It's going to be very interesting. Still 2 minutes left in this third quarter, and you still have the fourth quarter to play as well. I'm going to throw it out right now. Will there be overtime today?
You know, man, that's a good question. On the track we are now, who knows? We only had one score in the first half, tie game. Got one score again. Lots of time left, though, like you talked about. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Alex Weeks gets set to kick off. Very loud. The band is right beside us. So if you can't really hear me, that is why. Alex Weeks, though, gets set to kick off. Again, 2:14 left in the third quarter. And he kicks that off. It's going to be caught, and that looks like Alex Hegg. Penalty flag flies. Couple of tackles break. That's going to be another one. And we got multiple flags out. It looks like it will be coming all the way back for Chaparral.
Indeed. What a blown play there from Chaparral. I believe it was number 20. It's going to be Alex Hegg, like you mentioned, picking up a huge return there. He did get a nasty collision at the very end. He did jump over a player, and
there's 4 penalty markers on the field.
Will be interesting what happens there. Alex said able to get up on his own power, so good to see that from happening. But it's going to be interesting what these penalties come out. And Desert Mountain, the defense they have something to prove.
Yeah, definitely. Still waiting to see what the final call is. Looks like, penalty on the receiving team 2 times. And they will be all the way back at their own, it looks like, around the 5-yard line.
It seems to be. So prime position for the defense on Desert Mountain. They could get something going here.
Could we see Tony Cumberland start to come alive? He's being highly recruited. If people are just finding out about him, he is the 14th ranked sophomore in the country. Ohio State, Alabama, many top schools have already offered him and are in talks with him to get his signature at the next level. 2:03 left in the second quarter. Chaparral far back in their own zone, as it's been the Marcel Jones show for the Firebirds so far throughout this game.
See with the defense here, I want to see what Santana brings up to this team right now. They let that huge play happen.
And we're going to get a little bit of a blitz. Their running back is going to break a couple of tackles, but then get met down immediately. Second down for the Firebirds.
Huge tackle there, open field tackle. So it's going to be Max Sheffrin playing on both ends as well. Making a huge tackle there, as I believe Hegg had some green grass. Could have been a really dangerous play there.
Yeah, it could have been. It's going to be interesting to see how this offensive line is able to contain the defensive line as second down is about to start. Jones gets it. He's looking out. He's going to hit his tight end. That is number 14 again. Gavin Mesa, the 6'4" tight end. He's been a little active on the offensive side, a couple of receptions already. Solid game by him. But again, kind of like you were saying earlier, as we head to third down, Jones is quick in the pocket. He knows where to go. He knows where his receivers are going to be. And if there's no one there, he's running it immediately. And he's shown time and time again, he's going to be a tough guy to tackle for years to come as the ball snaps. And Jones is going to run again. He's going to get the first down and a lot more. And that will bring up first down for Chaparral.
It's just unfortunate how Desert Mountain, they allowed those runs out of Master Jones. You know, if you just maintain containment, or then the land. I mean, I'm not a coach at all, so all what I could say, it could be all for naught. But it's just that those plays, those running plays from the quarterback himself, it looks like he's going to throw it, just keeps him to himself. It's kind of killing the Wolves so far.
And he is not a small quarterback, 6'2", 190 as a sophomore, so he's got lots of time to grow as he hands it off to Plaz Johnson. He's going to cut down, and he will be met down. Second down will happen for the Firebirds. 34 seconds left in the clock as the third quarter is about to come to an end very shortly. Let's see how many plays Chaparral can get off with just a short time left in this quarter.
I think they're going to try to get one more here, try to get a good gain here to start off the fourth quarter right.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting. It seems like I might have to bite my words back. They might just kill the rest of the clock.
And it's looking like.
Yep, seems like it will be.
That's going to be. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be back with fourth quarter action from Desert Mountain High School. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. The final quarter of play. We just heard jump around. So it's getting really, really anxious in here for the fourth quarter tie game. Jones going to get the snap, empty backfield. He's looking downfield, and Plaz Johnson will get the reception again. He's been a main target for Jones throughout this entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Desert Mountain, up to Desert Mountain to really lock that down. And so from what I've seen the entire game, that's been the only threat, and that they've been succeeding. No matter what Wolves throw at them, they just find a way to make the play happen. And unfortunately, Tristan Armstrong, I'm not sure where the Thompson came from, made the play on their last drive on that huge touchdown grab.
Ball snap to Jones. He's looking pitch back, almost a fumble, and he's going to get met immediately. Time still going to go. 11:20 left of the clock running. Good job by Desert Mountain to get that stop. Punt team will come out for Chaparral. Good start for Desert Mountain's defense. Special team unit come out. I mean, they're going to be in good field territory. What do they need to do to be able to have the first punch in this first quarter?
They got to take advantage here. They really have to. And, just like your last drive, you threw it there. You made some huge plays. And, shout out to Max Sheffrin, who made some really good run plays and continue to drive. And, I wouldn't be surprised to go back to him. They trust in him and to see what happens.
Freeburg calls for the fair catch, and they will be around their own 40-yard line. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for more exclusive content of the Varsity Sports Show. Make sure to go follow us on all platforms. Subscribe on YouTube for all the action we will see for this upcoming season. Only week 3, lots of weeks to go. We will be at Cactus High School next week. Sebastian, I believe you're on the call, correct?
That's right.
My boys Sebastian and Steven. I think it's Steven for next week. That will be a very good game again as Desert Mountain's offense gets started here. Looking like the refs are trying to switch the football out. Don't really know what's going on. 10:39 left in the fourth quarter. And we're going to get a pause and play for a second. Very interested to see what's going to happen. But make sure to stick around for postgame. We will be live postgame with all of our color commentary people from all the games we've been in action with tonight. But also tune in to us tomorrow morning at 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona for everything that happened in Friday night football. Receiver in motion for the Wolves. McDonough gets a snap. He's going to hand it off, and he will be met immediately. Do not really know who was in on that run. Max Sheffrin was on that run. Shout out to the PA announcer. Running clock, 10:25 left in the fourth quarter.
1 yard gain there from Max Sheffrin. Not the game you want to get off there because that's where the big loss happens. You know, you start off with the run, and if you don't get much, it's a down wasted, and you got to force these next two plays to be passes.
Yep.
And Chaparral, they're reading good plays.
Second down, empty backfield. McDonough looking downfield, got pressure, and he's going to get hit immediately. That's going to bring up third down and long. Number 50 for Chaparral was in on that tackle. Let me tell you who that was. That was, too many notes here, Sebastian. Uriel Perez, 5'11", 265-pound senior. Yeah, good job. I got to say, I got to give it their props to the Chaparral defensive line. They've been active in putting pressure on McDonough. Let's see what he can do here on third down. 9:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you have a little one-on-one route between Dylan Tapley. Let's see if McDonough finds him in the
Williams. Player in motion. McDonough's looking. He's going to look downfield. Nobody there. He's going to try to burst off for the run and get the first down. And he will and more. And he will be met. Just out of bounds. Flag flies. That will be unnecessary roughness. And the chains will move just a little bit further.
From 3 to 9 to even better position here. What a play there from Brady McDonough. Using his own two legs to advance that play. He actually beat out, I'm not sure if I saw it correctly, that was Jordan Williams on the one-on-one there.
It was.
Jordan Williams had the chance to stop him short. Beat him out there with a quick juke shot, taking notes from the receiver, Plash Johnson.
Yep.
And able to make even more happen. Goes out of bounds, gets tackled late, and gets added another 15 yards. And just like that, they're in their enemy 29-yard line.
It's got a little bit of dog in them. But as the chains move, it's going to be interesting. They're in now Chaparral territory. Flag's going to fly again. It looks like it's going to be something on the coaching staff of Chaparral. Don't really know. I saw the flag fly, and a coach is now moving down the sideline. Kind of reminds me of a reporter being kicked out of the flag football game I was at last week for being too close to the field. He must have said something to the referee. Yeah,
he got
kicked out. Must have said something to the referee. Interested to see what's going to happen, but that's going to put Desert Mountain closer to the end zone.
Yeah, probably going to have a bit of a talk here, and obviously that's not what you want if you're Chaparral. Sometimes, big plays there. Perhaps he disagreed on the late call there, and because of that, really, some curses words start coming out. Maybe some words that you don't really mean starts coming out, and just like that, more yards are added on. Although, we're going to see what happens. I think they're going to wave it off. Actually, no. There goes the players.
Yeah, I think I couldn't hear all of it, but it sounds like unsportsmanlike conduct. Regardless of what it was, penalty on Chaparral. Chains are going to move first down, and they are in the red zone trying to get a score. Lots of time left in this football game. 9:10 left in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be interesting. How much was that gain after those flags? You get 30 yards from those two penalties.
Yep.
You get a gain of perhaps 12, 15 yards there. In total, you got a 45-yard gain off a simple play. And just like that, Desert Mountain poised to take the lead the first time in this game.
We will see. McDonough gets ready for the snap. Ball snaps. Fake handoff. He's going to look, and that will be.
I think that's Dylan Tapley.
That does look like Dylan Tapley on the reception. Again, that is his 4th touchdown on the season. Unbelievable start from Tapley. Again, it seems like it takes a little bit of time for him to warm up, but when he is ready, he is ready. And that puts the Wolves possibly up 1 score. Let's see what their kicker Weeks does here at the field goal attempt. But again, great job by DM, capitalizing on the penalties, getting their offensive weapons more involved. And this is going to put them up 1 score. 21-14 with 9:05 left in this game. Hot start for the Wolves to kick off this 4th quarter.
That is a screamer. 14 unanswered points from the Wolves here after allowing such a big touchdown.
Yep.
You let off a 50-yard touchdown to Tristan Armstrong. Everyone's morale should be destroyed by then.
Yep.
Next drive, Desert Mountain just takes it all the way to their own 40-yard line, goes up the field 70 yards. They score, and props to Jack Freeber for the 7-yard touchdown. They end up stopping Marcel Jones from making his magic continue going on. They stop him, force the punt, and they go yard. Dylan Taplin, 15-yard touchdown just there. And Desert Mountain I wouldn't say retake the lead. They take the lead for the first time.
Yep. It's going to be interesting to see. Their special teams unit has not been the strongest tonight. They've been able to not have the strongest tackles. We've seen it with Plaz Johnson a couple of times on punt returns. But as Weeks gets set to kick off, lots of time left in this ball game, folks. And we're going to see, it looks like Plaz Johnson in the backfield for Chaparral to receive this kick. We will see, though, as Weeks kicks that thing, and it looks like that is number 28. That's number 20, Hegg.
It's going to be Haig with that big run up the field. I'm not sure where he was officially counted out. It's going to be on their own 45-yard line.
Yep.
Good field to work with here for Chaparral. They need a touchdown to tie this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hegg been a staple, it seems like, in this offense tonight. But yeah, this Chaparral team, very young, but very, very quick, very aggressive. And I think that's what's kept them in this game. That's what's kept them in this game. Just under 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Tristan Armstrong will be on the close side of your TV screen. Plaz Johnson on the right, Marcel Jones and Alex Hegg in the backfield. Jones, got to give it to this kid tonight. Had a stellar performance so far. Let's see what he does. He gets the ball. Pressure coming. He's going to kick it out to Johnson. Johnson will be met immediately, but breaks tackles, and he's going to go all the way downfield. Speed kills. He just gets brought down by the end zone. Man,
that Vaseline just absolutely having his way there. Just what a elusive player is. We're going to have a player down on the field. We hope that he is okay. It looks like he had something on this field.
Yeah.
But that play should have been taken down right off the rib. It should have been a loss of 3. And my goodness, what a play there from Plaz Johnson, just losing everything, and the speed takes over there. I'm not sure who was able to make that tackle there, but able to stop Plaz Johnson from taking it to the house.
Yeah, Plaz, unreal performance. He's been all over the field tonight. We're going to take a couple of notes for you guys. Again, tune into tomorrow morning's radio show from 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS. But yeah, lots and lots of action tonight. Jones finding his favorite receiver, his favorite target, it seems like, throughout this game. And interested to see what will happen in this 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick break, though, with a player down on the field, like Sebastian said, and we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back, everybody. The fourth quarter action. Dylan Tapley was the player injured on the field. Looks like we're going to pause in action for a second, and we are back. Marcel Jones, unbelievable play to Plaz Johnson there. They're going to snap the ball quick, try to get it in the end zone, and it looks like it's going to be another touchdown for the Firebirds. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. He was set short, just short of the end zone.
Short at the 1 yard line. So it's going to see what happens here for Chaparral. They're probably going to do another QB sneaker.
Yeah, another QB sneak
as he scored earlier.
Let's see what's going to happen. 2 in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to their fullback, and he's going to get met immediately. Let's see the call.
Indeed, it's going to be a stop there, and now 3-and-1 coming up.
And that was number 12, Luciano Mata, their fullback. The defensive line, they're on third down. Maybe let's see if they can get another massive stop. This could decide the game right here. And a QB sneak, and he's going to get into the end zone, and this will be another touchdown for the Firebirds. Tie game in the Battle of Shea Boulevard. Looks like Marcel Jones was the one to rush it in. Man, this has been a battle.
It has been. Both teams are showing no quit there, and now the question mark's coming around. Dylan Tapley, he's the one who's been taking control of this game, and with the potential injury that he picked up, if you lose a leader in Dylan Tapley, like who's going to be the next person to step up?
Yeah, that is the big question as Shank gets ready to get the field goal attempt. The big-time defensive end with a leg. Ball snaps, kicks it, and that is good. Tie game once again. Back-to-back possessions of touchdowns. We got a good one here, guys. 7:48 left in the fourth quarter. Very interested to see how Desert Mountain responds. I mean, again, we talked kind of about it. The special teams has not been able to stop this very quick, these very quick receivers that are kick returners and punt returners.
Yeah.
So, I'm just really interested to see if, they're able to respond.
Yeah, the response is needed as well. Plaz Johnson, the senior, 6'1", 164. What a game he's been having today. Just call him Mr. Elusive. He's just been just denying tackles here and there, and that's just something that bites the Wolves in the back. Like, you gotta make those tackles, and if you make the big tackle for the loss there, you don't allow that 70-yard gain to happen, and they end up scoring off of that, and just like that, tie game.
Ryan McDonough and Journey Solomon are in the backfield for Desert Mountain as they get set. Chaparral gets set to kick off. Very interested, man. Very, very interested. This is the tightest game we've seen Desert Mountain in a very long time, it seems like. So, tie game, 7:48. We're in crunch time, folks, as Shank bombs that into the end zone, and that will be a fair catch. Sorry. And that will be around the 20-yard line in their zone as Brady McDonough and the Wolves offense get set to come back onto the field. Once again, if you're just joining us, I am Parker Garash with Sebastian Mandonka. Mandonka, right? Mandonka? But yeah, folks, I hope you guys have enjoyed this game. Excuse me for that.
You're fine. I actually find it quite funny how my name could be misinterpreted bad, but I don't mind. At the end of the day, we just keep going. We just do what we love, and we got to keep going. And now Brady McDonough with the objective of trying to take back this lead.
Yeah, and we're going to see McDonough gets the ball. He's going to do a fake handoff, looking to Dylan Hip, and he gets met pretty quickly, gets the legs taken out. Second down it will be. Yeah, sorry, Sebastian. I totally froze there. I was trying to get some eyes on who was on the field for Desert Mountain and totally blanked. But, yeah, what have you seen, though, second half? Desert Mountain, does it seem like a little bit of a different team offensive-wise for them compared to what we saw in the first half?
Yeah, absolutely. They're actually connecting now. And first, I want to note out that Dylan Tapley is actually back in the game. So it's good to see that if you're a Desert Mountain fan. Bit of confusion here for the defense trying to get themselves organized. Gets the snap off. Bit of a broken play there, but
and McDonough's going to break a couple of tackles. He's going to be met just short of the first down marker.
It's going to be 3rd and huge coming up here for Desert Mountain.
Yeah, this is a big-time play. Brady McDonough in on the run. Hip's going to come out. Will Tapley be targeted again? That's been kind of one of the main guys. Just got the touchdown for them. Brady McDonough back in the huddle, and we will see, folks. And we are off 6:37 and running for the rest of this game. Empty backfield, 3 receivers on McDonough's left, player in motion. And he will get it, handoff. That looks like Ryan McDonough, and he will get, it looks like, the first down. Yep, he will get the first down. Ryan McDonough on that run. They've been kind of using that player in motion to their advantage a couple of times. There's been a couple of miscommunications, but still hats off to them. 21 points on the board for them so far through this game.
Yeah, important how you mentioned the motion being to their advantage. Although they don't get much of a big play there, they get the necessary yards to continue the drive. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but the way this drive has been going is used every single 3 down, 4 down potentially. This could potentially be the last drive.
And
looks like Max Sheffrin.
That looks like Sheffrin. He's going to break downfield. He's going to be pushed in the back from Plaz Johnson. Big drive there. Big run by Max Sheffrin to get the Wolves the first down. 5:45 left on the clock.
Huge there. Able to find the hole and able to get it out. Use the sideline towards his advantage and get a huge gain there. Big tempo here for Desert Mountain.
Freeberg gets the reception. He's going to break a tackle and 2 and just get brought down. Second down.
Big tackle there by number 12, Luciano Mata.
They go quick. I got to say, I got to hand it to them. They go quick. And there looks like a little bit of miscommunication. Couple of offensive linemen switch. And 2nd and 5. 5:30 left. Man, this is going to be interesting to see the play call here. Crucial second down for the Wolves offense.
And then one thing to know is that he went out of bounds, so it's not cooking at all.
Yep. Empty backfield, it looks like. We got a runner. And timeout for the Wolves.
And it's a timeout, Wolves.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show. That is for the Varsity Sports Show, folks, for exclusive content from all of our teams, post-game interviews, pre-game interviews, and player of the games. Hope you guys have enjoyed this game as much as we have. Been a very exciting game. The crowd is into it. We got a packed house here. Lots of people are standing around us. And, 5:30 left. This is a rivalry game. Even though Chaparral won the first round, 3 straight years, DM was able to take it last year with their talent on the field. It's been very even so far. Score doesn't show, I feel like, how tight this game has really been. It feels like it's really been 0-0 the entire game.
Yeah, 0-0 indeed. Great comparison there. And just like you mentioned, 2 and 5. There's 5:31 coming. If Desert Mountain can come out victorious here, they go 3-0. If Chaparral comes out victorious, they tie up Desert Mountain going 2-1 here. It's going to be huge here. Still 5 minutes left in this game. Still a lot of time here. Desert Mountain are knocking.
That they are on Chaparral's 40-yard line. Player in motion. McDonough's going to get the snap. Fake handoff. He's looking downfield. That is Dylan Hipp again for the first down. Chains are moving.
Great catch here. Great concentration, too. The DB was all over him, had him wrapped up, but still able to make the good concentration catch there. Dylan Hipp making his name today in today's game. Excuse me.
Absolutely. He is a big target for Desert Mountain. One of it looks like McDonough's throughout this game. They're moving quick to the line, though. Clock still going. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Now we're approaching under 5 minutes. Desert Mountain knocking on the 30-yard line.
Hipp's going to go in motion. Ball snaps. McDonough fake handoff again. He's going to look for Jack Freeberg, and we got a pass interference call. It's looking like that's going to move the chains a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there from number 6, Plaz Johnson, who's also playing the defensive role there. Getting a little too much there. He's complaining that he had him covered up there, but to my eyes, it looked a bit too much hands there, too much before the ball even got to its place. Other than that, it would have been a really good defensive play there from Plaz Johnson. And now the yards still continue here for Desert Mountain. They refresh the pair down so you can get 5 yards under their name too. And now they're knocking. They're approaching the red zone.
Yep, 4:48 left in the 4th quarter.
First and 10 Wolves from the 15-yard line.
15-yard line. Don't know if you heard that over the PA, people. 15-yard line. He's going to hand it off. And he's going to break a couple tackles, go inside, and get met. Don't know if that was Ryan McDonough or Max Sheffrin.
You know, the way Max Sheffrin's been running the ball today, I wouldn't doubt that was him right there.
Yeah, that was Max Sheffrin, it looks like, on the run. Great run by him. Clock's still going. Sebastian, you might be right. With the clock moving like this could be a key possession for Desert Mountain.
I think Desert Mountain are a bit too deep there. I believe the next 2 plays either result in a touchdown or anything worse for Desert Mountain, which we won't want to discuss now. I believe they're going to continue running the ball here. They're going to try to get a good 2-back or just some running back for McDonough.
Dunna's going to hand it off again, and they will get met immediately. Second down it will be. I think it was just to get a little bit quicker for that play. Second down, that was Max Sheffrin in on the run.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Potentially 2 more plays here for Desert Mountain before they face off that 4th down. I think Coach Hamilton's going to want to kill the clock here. He's going to want to just reduce as much time as he can, and at the end of the day, he's going to want to go for the touchdown. You want to be a touchdown more than the field goal.
3:40 left in this game, everybody. And McDonough will get set. Red zone for the Wolves. Player in motion. He's going to break out. He's looking. Almost picked off by Plaz Johnson.
Most definitely the MVP for Chaparral, man, making that huge reception. Although he doesn't have a touchdown under his name, he makes the huge play there. Almost has the interception there, and what a turnaround that would have been if the pick went through.
3rd down and short. This is going to be interesting, and very interested to see what the Wolves offense is going to do. Crowd is starting to get into it. People starting to get to their feet. Biggest play of the game, it seems like, for Desert Mountain right here. McDonough is going to get the ball. He's looking left and blocked again. That looks like it was Williams on the block. Unbelievable play by him. Yeah, that was Williams. Jordan Williams.
It was Jordan Williams making that huge play there. What really the DBs for Chaparral making huge plays there at the end, as they're going to force the field goal attempt to come through. 3:22 left in this game. Potentially to put Desert Mountain up front here by a field goal, and that gives plenty of time to Marcel Jones and the offense for Chaparral to go down the field and potentially make a play.
3:22 left. Weeks will get set for the field goal attempt. This could be the deciding factor in tonight's game. Ball snap. Weeks goes up, and it is good. Wolves will lead with 3:22 left. This could be, though, the deciding play right here, because their special teams has not been able to kind of contain this very fast-paced special teams unit for Chaparral. If Plaz Johnson is in the backfield, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they can do. Will they try to kick it away from him? If they do, Alex Haig has had a great game as well. So this will be a very, very key kickoff for the Wolves.
Indeed. And now, really coincidentally, you know, I always brought up the defense playing a huge factor for Desert Mountain. Now they have the opportunity here. Most likely, this might be the last drive. This could be the last drive.
Yep.
If anything, if you force the 3 and out, and then you give Desert Mountain the opportunity to just shut out the game, because they're going to just run the ball, absolutely.
Yep.
So I believe this is going to be the last play here for Chaparral, and their last opportunity to either tie the game or take the lead, because I know if they get to field goal range, I know Shank is probably going to make that through.
Yep. And Weeks will get set to kick off for the Wolves. And we got a tight one. He's going to kick it just inbounds. And that is a great, unbelievable job by Alex Weeks. The kick, we got a flag on the play too. Quick thing though, Haig looked like it was going to go out of bounds. He kind of stepped back. It bounced right back inbounds, and that kind of set up the really good job by the special teams unit.
Yeah, indeed, that's a lucky bouncer. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a penalty. Personal foul on Desert Mountain. I'm not sure what happened there. Couldn't contain their emotions, and it's going to give 15 free yards, because what would have been? That was an absolute Beautiful kickoff there from Alex Weeks, and Chaparral were deep in their own territory there, and they're going to have to go all the way, but that 15 yards helps them out just dramatically, and now let's going to see what happens here.
And this is going to be a very interesting play, folks. 3:19 left in the game. Costly penalty there. Marcel Jones gets the ball, though. He's going to look right. And number 13, Titus Gomez, will get met immediately. He's been a name that we have not heard a lot from so far tonight, but another reception for him on the year.
Great defensive play there, and that's exactly what Desert Mountain needed to do with that last play when they threw it to Plash Johnson.
Yep.
And you have to be careful of your Desert Mountain. It looks like Marcel Jones is just looking for the quick drop pass to one of his favorite receivers and let the receiver do the action. So be very careful. That's one of the good plays there from Desert Mountain. Absolutely a loss of play there, and now in position here.
Watch the big matchup closest to your screen. Tristan Armstrong against his D-back. He's going to look downfield again. Speak of him. And a pass interference call supposedly will look like it will be called. Wow. Wow. We excuse the language in the background, guys. But
it was a bad play.
That was.
Yeah. I think the ball was way too over for him to even be considered that penalty.
We don't know what's kind of happening. It looks like Chaparral was going backwards. Now they're moving up.
Luckily for the NFL, if that was the NFL rules, they would have been going all the way to their territory. But
yeah,
it's only going to be a gain of 5, and it resets the downs here.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely an uncatchable ball. I think Armstrong was just smart, getting kind of like just jumping up in the air. Pressure on Jones. He's going to break through. He's trying to look downfield and will not get anything.
Not get anything, but luckily he does go out of bounds, stops the clock.
2:21 left in this game.
2 minutes and 21 seconds left in this game. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a long drive here for Chaparral.
And we got crunch time, guys, here. Just over 2 minutes left in this game. Tristan Armstrong, again, one of the best receivers on this team. And an incomplete pass. Looked like Alex Hegg was the intended receiver. Incomplete. That will bring up third down for the Firebirds. The biggest play of the game right here for Chaparral. Will we see Marcel Jones use his legs like we've seen all game? Will Tristan Armstrong make another play, or will it be Plaz Johnson? He is on the far side of your screen against Santana Wilson one-on-one. I got to stand up.
Yeah,
I can't see anything.
Here. Big key third down here for the Wolves.
Jones empty backfield. He's going to break out, and he is looking, and he will be just short of the first down. Key play right here for the Wolves.
Biggest play potentially.
The Firebirds.
Fourth down, I believe. Fourth down in around 6-7 yards. This could potentially be the last play of the game. And if the Wolves are able to come unable to stop this down here, then I'm going to have to take my leave and try to go get the interview. Huge play here. The fans are up. They're all excited. Just going to see what happens here, Parker.
Very, very interesting and exciting right here as we enter crunch time. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on Desert Mountain.
I think their last timeout of the game.
That is, I believe, their last time out of the game, yes. So that gives us a great time to tell you guys for one of the last times. Tune in tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS Arizona for post-game wrap-ups, interviews with coaches, and content from all of our teams. And also to make sure, follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for all the content you want to see from all of our great reporters that are on the Varsity Sports Show team for this 2023 season. Key drive has happened. Got interesting penalty call, to say the least. And this is going to be the biggest play of the game with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter as Chaparral's offense heads back onto the field.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt here this is going to potentially be the last play for Chaparral. And I think Marcel Jones is going to find his receiver, Plash Johnson, for this last play.
Yep.
I think he's easily going to find him here on the quick dugout route. We'll see what happens here.
3 receivers on Jones's left side. Let's see what kind of magic he's looking. Pressure coming. And he's got to chuck it downfield. Interception by Desert Mountain. And that will be an exclamation point on a massive, massive drive by the defense. And it looks like
Elijah Mears with the second interception.
Elijah Mears, number 19. He has been unbelievable in tonight's game.
No flags on the field. Clean interception there. And at the end of the day, it was the Desert Mountains Wolves defensive lineman providing the pressure there and forcing the ugly throw just like that. Desert Mountain are going to run away with this.
Lots of time left, 2 minutes, 3 timeouts still too. You never know what could happen, but that was definitely the biggest play for Desert Mountain's team tonight in tonight's game.
Absolutely. Now they're going to just be looking for the Russians, and they're going to be looking for all the plays here. And Parker, I'm going to let you take over for the rest of this game.
All right, sounds cool, man. Running play for Desert Mountain. Chaparral is going to meet him immediately. And it's looking like we are going to get a timeout, possibly. Yeah, timeout on the field. 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. 24-21 if you are just joining us. It has been an awesome game, to say the least. Lots of action, lots of stars being made. Marcel Jones, young great quarterback for Chaparral. Brady McDonough has risen to the level of play they needed in the second half. Slow start for both, but 7-7 was your score at halftime, and it's been a lot of scoring and a shootout, you could say, in the second half. Packed house still at the Wolf Den in North Scottsdale. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts still for Chaparral. How smartly will they use them? But again, it's going to depend on what Desert Mountain does on the offensive side of the ball. McDonough gets set to take the snap. He's going to get it, move in motion, and he will be met immediately. That is Chaparral's number 15, Joaquin Alvarez, 6'1", 190 senior. And third down. And a third down timeout on the field. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube. Subscribe to this channel to see all of Desert Mountain's football games for this upcoming season. Got a great set of games still ahead. Notre Dame Prep, Cactus, ALA, Gilbert North. Lots of teams we're going to be seeing play against this very talented Wolves team that has a lot of top prospects. But, yeah, been a very exciting game for me. This is my play-by-play debut. So I've had an absolute privilege of doing this in tonight's big game. It's going to be interesting, though, on the field. Let's see what happens. McDonough's going to break out. He's going to go run downfield, and he is just short of the first down. This will be a very interesting play. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Will Chaparral use another timeout? Waiting to see the call on the field. And timeout Chaparral. So Thank you, everyone, though, for joining us, all of you watching on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show for more exclusive content. We got a great show tomorrow from 8 to 10 a.m. on 1060 KDUS, Arizona. All of our team of the Varsity Sports Show is student run, so you can see all the different types of talent we have on our team this year. I believe we have 6 full teams on this great internship program. Very grateful to be doing this. So make sure you go check out everyone's content in tomorrow's show and other platforms. Shout out to the tech team tonight, Tyler, our awesome tech director, and Steven and Brandon, our camera guys. So key drive here right now, 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Brady McDonough has Max Sheffrin in the backfield with him. 2 receivers on both sides. Let's see, folks, on 4th down, Freeberg in motion, puts 3 receivers on the left side. He's looking, he's gonna go tip pass, and folks, we have a good one now. Tip pass, Chaparral will get the ball. 1:33 left with 2 timeouts. Lots of game to be played in this game.
Be loud, Wolfden. Make some noise.
Marcel Jones and the Firebird offense is back on the field. This is going to be a very, very exciting end to this game. Lots of media here as well. Jones, he's going to empty the backfield, and he's going to get met immediately. Penalty marker on the field. Are we going to get unnecessary roughness? And let's see what the call is. We are still waiting on the call and who it will be on. Let's see what the head referee says. On Chaparral. And that will move him back a little bit more, making this last drive a little bit tough. 1:27 left in the game in this fourth quarter. One of the more popular rivalry games, from what I've heard, is this Chaparral versus Desert Mountain game. Lots of pros, lots of D1 talent have come out of both of these high schools, and many more, I'm sure, as you can see. Let's see what happens. 1st and long for Desert Mountain. Empty backfield. Marcel Jones looking deep again. He chucks it down, and just out of bounds was one of his favorite receivers, number 14, Gavin Mesa. 2nd down and long, 1:20 left. The pressure from the defensive line of Desert Mountain has been an exclamation point and an impact in the second half. Let's see what happens. 3rd down and long.
Make some noise, everybody.
I know I said it last drive, but this might be the play of the game right here. Lots of time left. Jones, he gets pressured again. He's looking downfield. And that is caught by number 4, Jaden Riley. Unbelievable catch by the junior receiver standing at 6'3", 210. Unbelievable play by Marcel Jones once again. Clock stopped again. 1:12 left. Still 2 timeouts, it looks like, on the board. Jones, empty backfield again. He's going to look downfield. He's looking at Armstrong, and that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Just not the best play by Desert Mountain's defense to do that. Pass interference on the defense. That's going to bring Chaparral closer, put him in Desert Mountain's zone, and a 1st down. Let's see what this young quarterback can do. And Jones, empty backfield again, 3 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. Snaps the ball. He's looking downfield again. That was caught. And that is number 9, Hunter Woland. Quick drive again, 48 seconds left in this game. Jones is moving quick. He's going to get it again. Looking downfield, pressure from the defensive line of the Wolves. He breaks a tackle. He's looking downfield, and that's just going to be a little too long for Ridley. And number 13, Dominic Espinoza. We got a tight one here, folks. 3-point game, 37 seconds left, and a 3rd down. Student section for Chaparral is still bumping, and so is Desert Mountains. All the fans are here. We are in the family section. Fans are starting to stand up on their feet. This could be the deciding play of the game. Let's see what can happen. Jones gets it. He's looking downfield again. Pressure from the defense line. He breaks a tackle. He's going out to the end outside and gets stiff arms. A Desert Mountain defensive player. Don't know who was in that tackle. It looks like, cannot tell who that was that tried to get the tackle. 18 seconds left, and he's going to stop the clock. We don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. It is Desert Mountain's ball. That's going to end the game. I thought it was 3rd down. It looks like it was 4th down, and Desert Mountain looks like they're about to get the ball. Coaches started causing scenes. We got a penalty marker on the field, looking like it's going to be on Chaparral. What a game we have had. It might be unsportsmanlike conduct on Desert Mountain for all the players celebrating on the field, but we will see. I think the players on Chaparral thought it was 3rd down. That was the down marker on the other side that possibly might have shown 3rd, but it looks like there was a personal foul on Desert Mountain, and it's going to push him back just a little bit. But 14 seconds left. It looks like this game will come to a close with the home team winning in their home opener for the season. Appreciate everyone watching tonight. This has been a very fun game in the home opener at the Wolf Den at Desert Mountain High School. We will be back next week at Cactus High School. Sebastian, my color analyst for tonight, will be on call along with Steven, who you might have heard last week. We have a very great crew of broadcasters for this Desert Mountain High School team. So we have a very exciting season coming for you guys. The rest of the way, 14 seconds left in the game, 24-21. Desert Mountain about to take a knee, and it looks like it's going to be the final play of the game. Brady McDonough out there with his boys. What a game for them. This has been quite the game for my play-by-play debut. McDonough takes the knee, and that will do it from Scottsdale, Arizona. 24-21 is your final score as the Desert Mountain Wolves get the win. You hear the band and you hear the cheers. Great game by both teams. Marcel Jones, great player. Catch us on Twitter for post-game. You will see Sebastian interview Coach Hamilton and his player of the game. But yeah, that is all from me. My name is Parker Garash. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's game. And that is all from Desert Mountain High School.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no obligation roof inspection to you, as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or at Eco Roofing Solutions AZ. We are proud supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco Family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions, 480-695-7736, and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you.